All right, welcome folks to our YouTube audience out there. I'd like to apologize in advance again for last night and the lack of a YouTube stream. YouTube is back up and running. There was an issue with the encoder that we use, but we've gotten that all up to date, all sorted out. YouTube should run tonight, hopefully, without any issues. And again, I'd like to apologize and thank you all for tuning in again tonight. We're going to have a broadcast scheduled as usual, 7:05 p.m. Central Time. The start. We'll be back very briefly here with a pregame show. Alex Von Coitel and Johnny Lazarus again, bringing you another edition of Wildcats hockey presented by Armored Roofing. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be right back. Well, it's another wonderful night for hockey, is it not? Palm trees and beaches just outside this arena, but within the confines, there's a crisp sheet of ice just waiting to be skated upon by 40 hungry young men on a mission tonight. Hi, everyone, and welcome inside the American Bank Center in beautiful Corpus Christi. Alongside Johnny Lazarus tonight, I'm Alex Von Coitel, bringing you another edition of Wildcats hockey presented by Armored Roofing. It's been a dominant season for the Wildcats, particularly against these Corpus Christi IceRays. They're 7-0 against the Rays this year, the only team they've not yet lost to this season in the South Division, and they've outscored them by a tremendous margin, 32-8, particularly in the second period. The outscoring in that period in particular has been even greater, 15-3. Laz, what are some of the reasons the Wildcats have matched up so well against this team?
I just think our speed and our skill is just much better than theirs. I mean, they're obviously a great team, but I don't think they're quite as skilled as we are. They're a little more physical at times, but once our physical play gets a little more intense, then I think we just, put them away.
Well, there's no doubt about that. The skill and the depth of the skill on this team has been well documented all season long. Probably the biggest factor for the Wildcats' success throughout the entire season. And what a season it's been. 38-9-4. They're in the midst of a 6-game winning streak, hoping for their 7th tonight. If they do take 2 points tonight, it would be their 8th straight against the Corpus Christi IceRays this season. It would actually date all the way back to last season if you want to go that far. The Cats are seeking their 7th straight win tonight and their 8th straight against Corpus Christi. If they take 2 points, it would make it extremely difficult for the Lone Star Brahmas to catch the Wildcats in the South Division standings. The exact same lineups for both teams tonight. Justin Kappelmaster in goal for the Cats, Dryden McKay for the IceRays, and why not? They both played phenomenally last night. Laz, what's going to be the key to taking the sweep for the Wildcats and scoring on Dryden McKay?
I think the first 5 minutes is going to say a lot. I mean, last night, obviously, they dominated the first 5, and we kind of responded in a much better way. But second game in the series, everyone's a little more tired than the first night. So whichever team has more energy, I think, from the start will be the better team tonight.
Well, we'll see if the Wildcats can muster up the energy they need to take 2 points tonight. The Rays have struggled at home of late. They have not won a game in this building in over a month. Will they be able to finally break the slump tonight? Or will the Wildcats continue their dominance in the season series over the Corpus Christi IceRays? We'll find out. Wildcats, IceRays, all that and more coming your way next. All right, welcome back, folks. I'm sure those of you listening on YouTube heard the introduction there. The intro video here at the American Bank Center was just playing. Now the Corpus Christi starting lineup is being announced by the public address announcer here, Jim Carl. The starting lineup for the Corpus Christi IceRays is as follows. Tucker Bender will be starting on defense alongside his defensive partner, Keenan Spillum, more of a shutdown pair for the Corpus Christi IceRays, starting as the rear guards for John Buchanan and the Rays. The goaltender tonight, again, Dryden McKay, had a phenomenal game last night. Really from start to finish, played lights out against the Wildcats last night. He nearly led his team to an overwhelming victory, but he did not have a whole lot of run support offensively. The IceRays only managed to conjure up one goal, and you're not going to win too many games scoring only one goal. Again, Dryden McKay gets the start, looking for his 12th win of the season. At forward, the most skilled line the IceRays have: Carter Johnson, Brad Liliev, and Brad Power getting the nod as the forwards for the IceRays. Looks like probably some last-minute line jumbling was done by John Buchanan and the IceRays. The line chart I have here is not accurate. According to the first line, they will be starting tonight. The Wildcats starting lineup is a bit of a mixed bag as well. Not what we were expecting, not what we posted on Twitter here, so we apologize for that. What we did expect was for Justin Kapelmeister to be in goal, and he is. He's getting another start, looking for his 29th win this season with another victory tonight. On defense, Demetis Sipis and Jeff Baum, Ben Lown, Nikita Litviak, and Eric Yeager starting at forward for the Wildcats. And again, their starting lineup is brought to you by Pelican's Restaurant. The ceremonial puck drop now taking place in the neutral zone. Eric Yeager participating in that face-off. That is Brad Liliev, Corpus Christi co-captain, picking up the puck after the ceremonial face-off has just now taken place. Brad Liliev, of course, having gotten himself into quite a bit of trouble last night with Trent Dillinger giving him a couple of punches to the left cheek and the left eye. Had a nice cut underneath his left eye, I believe, and Dillinger had to sit out for quite some time as a result of the fight, but they are both just fine, and they are both in the lineup tonight. One of many attributes and quirks that make up a hockey player. Both of them certainly living up to what a hockey player should. He and Eric Yeager shake hands, both veterans, and now we await the singing of our country's national anthem by some folks from the Toloso Midway School District. Stay tuned. And a very well-deserved round of applause given now to the Toloso Midway Elementary School, a local school here in Corpus Christi. They're being applauded, and I believe that carpet will be wheeled off the ice here momentarily. We're just about ready for puck drop here at the American Bank Center. The starting lineups have been announced. The children have sung the national anthem. The red carpet and the gray carpet both now being removed from the ABC ice. All that remains is tonight's opening face-off here at the ABC. It will take place between Eric Yeager of the Wildcats, and as for the Corpus Christi IceRays, it will be their leading scorer, Carter Johnson, who's got 36 points to his name this season. He's a +3. And has just had a phenomenal year for John Buchanan and the Rays. The referee for tonight, Michael Zalkman, again, the same referee, the same linesman as well, Michael Fasani, Chris Delaney. They're gathering over near the IceRays logo, still waiting for this gray ice to be shipped off this gray carpet to be shipped off the ice. Again, folks, looks like there was some line jumbling done by the Corpus Christi head coach. So, looks like John Buchanan and their assistant coach trying to mix things up. Their assistant coach, of course, being Michael Benedict, trying to mix things up here and perhaps ignite a spark into the team, because, boy, the IceRays have really not found a way to consistently find offense against the Wildcats this season. Through 7 games played, they've got just 8 goals, barely averaging a goal per game against the Wildcats, and that is not going to get the job done. I don't care how great your goaltending is, you've got to score more than a goal per game if you want to win. In the North American Hockey League in 2016, this league is just too skilled now. And the Wildcats, speaking of skilled teams, they're chief among them. Well, you get a good look there at John Buchanan for you fast hockey viewers, the head coach of the Corpus Christi IceRays. He was a former coach in the WHL with the Everett Silvertips, and also an assistant coach with the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds in the Ontario Hockey League. He was actually an assistant coach under his father with that organization. And quite a few players from Corpus Christi from the Everett or Washington Northwest area. A few players that Garrett Van Wy knows. Garrett Van Wy, of course, one of the Wildcats, being from Seattle, Washington. That about wraps up the pregame ceremonies. All that remains now is the opening face-off. Michael Zalkman will drop the puck. Eric Yeager and Carter Johnson will try to win it. The first period of Wildcats hockey is brought to you by American Classifieds. Looks like we're still waiting for one of these doors to be securely shut. Michael Fasani, the linesman, gives the green light. Michael Zalkman, the referee, drops the puck. Eric Yeager, the Wildcats center, wins the draw. We are officially underway here at the ABC. Big Dom Sipus immediately dumps the puck into the Corpus Christi zone. Nikita Litviak hugging the wall, trying to make a play. He gets hauled down there. Now it's Ben Lown picking up the puck. He slides it all the way back to the blue line. Demantis Sipus couldn't control, and it bounces out into neutral ice. Puck flutters on Power. Lown takes a hit from Power. Now it's pushed deep into Wichita Falls territory. It's Dom Sipus swooping in behind his own net. He's had a few touches on the puck early, and he just made a pretty nice play to get the puck out of his own end. As always, folks, if at any point throughout this broadcast you'd like me to give you a shout-out, go ahead and send the Wildcats Twitter page a message. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know who you are, and I'd be more than happy to give you a shout-out before this game comes to an end. The Twitter handle is @WFWildcats. The IceRays have just fired the puck the length, and it goes on goal, so no icing will be called here. Kapellmaster dishes it off to the right side for Gilraith. Here comes the Rays on the counterattack, and it looks like an offside whistle is blown. I believe that was a nice offside call against Regan Kavanaugh. Regan Kavanaugh was, he's got a bit of an interesting story. Very early on in the season, he actually broke the majority of the bones in his face after taking a puck to the face. He was December's forward of the month after really recovering and continuing to battle through. He's really the epitome of a tough hockey player, and he was actually on an 8-game point streak until last night. The Wildcats snapped it from him. Here come the Rays. It's Mason Kruger behind Rourke Russell to the goal. He shoots it just wide. We saw a similar play from Mason Kruger last night. He put it wide in the exact same spot. Michael Rounds with a lead outlet pass. I think he was intended for Goodsir, but he missed him, and the Wildcats have iced the puck.
Oh.
And look at that, Colton Meekoff with a very dirty slash on Adam Goodsir. Is he going to get away with this?
I don't know. I think Goody gave him a love tap before, so Meekoff's just a little bit harder than Goody's.
Colton Meekoff, the lone goal scorer for the IceRays in last night's game, and he is a load, standing 6'1", 210 pounds. Probably got a good 30 pounds on Adam Goodsir. And speaking of Adam Goodsir, the Castle's tuning in again. Lance Castle and the entire family, it seems like. They never miss a game. They say, go Cats and go Adam Goodsir. Thank you very much to the Castle family for all the support that you give the Wildcats and Adam Goodsir on fasthockey.com. Hopefully tonight he gets a goal for you. Goodsir then takes a hit from Nathan Breyer, and he's already been given a couple of love taps here early, just less than 2 minutes into this game. Hopefully he can hold out.
He'll throw a big one pretty soon.
Yeah, well, we're all expecting it now. Colton Meekoff gains the blue line and fires a quick snapshot into the glove of Justin Kappelmaster. He's going to hang on for our first whistle of the game. 2 minutes into period one. It's 1-0 in the shots department. We're still scoreless here. The only shot belongs to Colton Meekoff off that last snapshot. Defensive zone faceoff in the Wildcats' end. It's won by the Cats. Austin Albrecht backhands it up the boards, hoping for Dillinger. It trickles just past him. Trent Dillinger is the only Wildcat who has not scored a point against the IceRays this season, though he has only had a pretty small sample size. He's just played one game against them in a Wildcats uniform. And it was last night, and he didn't have a point, but he did have something that led to a point. He had that fight against Brad Liliov, as a centering attempt was intended for Rosa from Albrecht. It was covered up by Dryden McKay, who as usual looks pretty sharp here in the early going. Would you say that fight by Trent Dillinger led to the following goal by Austin Albrecht, or had significant contributions to it?
I think the momentum was shifting our way before the fight, but once Trent won that fight, it was all ours. So yeah, I would say that it had a lot to do with the goal.
Very, very big reason as to why Trent Dillinger was brought to Wichita Falls. Not a whole lot of other Wildcats other than Trent have found themselves in a confrontation of that magnitude this season. You, of course, being one of them, Les, as the puck ends up going behind the Corpus Christi net.
Unfortunately, mine wasn't as good as Trent's was.
Well, it did lead to a goal from Matt Hines, so give yourself some credit. Unfortunately, the game ended up being a loss against the Topeka Roadrunners. Nevertheless, the fight ignited the crowd. Matt Hines would score what I believe was his first goal as a Wildcat this season, just moments later. Alexei Poikala circles now in the neutral zone. Noah Gilraith had a goal last night, pushes the puck ahead, finds Ben Lown with an opening. He shoots, and I believe Dryden McKay got a shoulder on the shot from Lown, and it bounced over the net. Nikita Litviak takes down Trevor Huser in the neutral zone. Here come the Rays, meanwhile, on the counterattack. In the slot, a backhand shot from Lindsay. Goes well wide. Regan Kavanaugh dished back to the far point. Now it's Huser. Crisp pass, shot, blocker save. Kappelmaster, now Lown, picks up the puck and skates it out of harm's way. Paisan dumps the puck into Corpus Christi territory. Looks like Lichtenvoort was hauled down by Yeager. Lown's got it. Paisan's open. Lown tried to find Paisan. No luck with it. Now the puck is corralled by Mason Kruger, and he will bank it off the glass and all the way down. This will be an easy icing call against the Corpus Christi IceRays. 15:55 to go here in period one at the American Bank Center. We're still scoreless here. For those of you listening on fasthockey.com and on YouTube, Alex Von Coitel, Johnny Lazarus joining you on tonight's broadcast. Thanking you for tuning in and hoping you're having a wonderful weekend, hoping the Wildcats can make it even more so with a sweep of the Rays tonight. If they can manage to pull it off, not only would it be the fourth straight sweep of the IceRays this season, it would make it extremely difficult for the Brahmas to come back in the South Division. As a quick shot by Bolio is turned aside by Dryden McKay. Russell jabs it with one hand on his stick. Paisan gets it further. Cody Lichtenvoort rattles it around the end boards. Waiting for it there is Brady Crabtree, and he redirects it out of the Corpus Christi zone. Michael Rounds for Paisan on a delayed offside. Bolio just chips it in. Some of the Wildcats going to the bench for a line change. The puck is chipped past Michael Rounds and back out to center ice. Albrecht corrals it there, gives it across for Rourke Russell. Russell patiently awaits in behind his own goal line. Will give it to his defensive partner tonight, Michael Rounds. Rounds' pass went between the skate and the stick of Trent Dillinger. Now here come the Rays. It is number 14, Miller, trying to center, picked off by the back check of Rounds. Rounds gets it to Russell. Russell looks, his pass partially picked off by Crabtree. Rolls down the ice, McKay jabs it out. That is Keenan Spillum down there. Goes behind his own net with the puck. And it's just been cleared into the neutral zone once more. Baum gave it to the Corpus Christi logo. Dillinger touched it back to Sipus, who finds a man on the far side. It's Albrecht. Albrecht pulls up and shoots, glove saved by McKay. 14:40 to go in period one. We're still scoreless. Shots on goal favor the Wildcats 3-2. And there have not been a whole lot of glorious scoring chances, but I'd say both goaltenders look pretty square to the shots thus far. Thanks again to Jim Jeffries, who's enjoying the color commentary. Gave you a compliment earlier, Laz. He said you did a tremendous job. Thank you very much to Jim Jeffries, one of the off-ice officials for the Wildcats. And thanks for the support that you give the Wildcats, both at the KYC with all your off-ice officiating duties and on FastHockey.com. We know you try to tune in to just about every one of these games on Fast Hockey. Rosa gives it back to Sipus, right point. Touched one hotly off the stick of Rosa. Puck is jabbed back out to center there by Stevie Bryant. Baum on the counterattack, leads the rush and shoots. Fought off by McKay. Bounces into the corner for Albrecht, who's taken down by Tucker Bender. Keenan Spillum wraps it around the boards, kept alive Sipus. Long bid, well off target. Picked up in the opposite corner. The Rays try to clear. It bounces just over the blue line, and the Cats resettle. Jeff Baum chasing it down in pursuit, picks it up, takes a slash from Bryant. Puck turned over as a result. Powers shot, fought off, rebound, score! Brad Power opens the scoring for the IceRays.
It's a good individual effort by Power there. Unlucky bounce for us, though.
Kapelmaster made the first stop, but Power never gave up on it. Native of St. John's, Newfoundland. Brad Power with his 11th goal of the season, his 27th point. Punched the rebound past Justin Kapelmaster. Looked like there could have been a penalty in the neutral zone. I believe Jeff Baum was slashed or hooked possibly, but no call was made. Play resumes. The Wildcats, for the second consecutive night, find themselves trailing to start the game.
Oh, Heinze. Heinze and Hughes are going at it a little there.
And we'll see if anything comes of that.
Heinze was saying he wanted to go tonight.
We'll make a mental note of that one. Brad Liliev carries behind his own net. Rattles the puck off the glass, back out to center. Here's Nikita Litviak. Moving it back in, firing the shot well wide of the net. Bounces over Poikola's stick. Gilraith holds it in, right point. Slaps one towards the goal, intercepted easily by Huser. And he will shoot it down the ice. It goes on goal. Kapelmaster will slide it out to the bench, which has Ben Lown coming fresh off a change. Lown's pass intercepted by Drake Lindsay. Lindsay gains the blue line with Kruger on side. Easy stop by Kapelmaster from the blue line on Lindsay. Now Rounds goes around the boards, hoping for Litviak. Another steal for the Rays. Lindsay's shot, score! Drake Lindsay sniped it high on the blocker side of Justin Kapelmaster, who is not off to his best start. And early on, it's 2-0 Corpus, just 7 minutes in.
Just a good shot through a screen there. Cappy will bounce back. He always does.
Not the best start for the Wildcats, and looks like they'll be guilty of a penalty here, perhaps.
We just got to stay composed here. We can't be running around taking penalties.
Andre Paisan's going to have a seat. Do you see what happened there?
Yeah, I think Pais just hit him a little bit too much, and I think it was interference, probably. I don't know. I think Pais just hit him a little too hard when he didn't have the puck.
So Andre Paisan in the penalty box. One of the Wildcats, probably one of their better penalty killers, will not be available here. Lindsay right off the draw, fires, fought off by Kapelmaster. What a big save that was. a crucial save as well. Lindsay gave it to the goal line, slapped into the high slot. Firing there was Lichtenborg, and it redirected off of Kavanaugh and out of play. Zone face-off won by the Rays. Drake Lindsay has the puck in front of his own bench. Gave it to Carter Johnson. With that last goal, Drake Lindsay now has 11 on the season and 34 points. The only man ahead of him in points is Carter Johnson, who has the puck now and dumps it in. Lindsay leads the IceRays in assists. Toby Kircher goes after the puck, battling for it with Goodsir, who will clear.
Nice play.
Adam Goodsir having just
he looks hurt.
Fallen down. We'll see if he's all right. Ailing to the Wildcats bench.
I think his arm, he's leaning down.
And, Brian Deathridge now looking over to him now as Carter Johnson fires a shot. Loose in behind. Kappelmaster made the glove save, and it bounced in behind him. The puck was cleared.
I noticed Corpus has been shooting high. I think they, after hurting Cappy last night from that high shot, I think they see something on Cappy that they want to shoot high. I've been noticing all their shots have been higher rather than lower.
And that's a good point. Both of their goals have come off of shots, I believe, high blocker side on Kappelmaster. Jeff Baum fires the puck the length of the ice. I could hear the one of the scratches tonight, Holden Cronin hoping for a goal after that dump in. Brendan Miller gets taken down by Demantis Sipus. Another big hit by Sipus. Baum slams on the brakes behind his own net, gives it to Sipus, who will haul it down the ice. And he nearly took the official Michael Zalkman's head off with that clearing attempt.
Dom's getting angry, I think.
He certainly looks it. Mason Kruger has the puck at the left point. Scales the puck down the wall, looks for somewhere to go, put it into the middle for McGlynn, who couldn't stuff it home. Breyer now looks, gave it across, no one-timer here. Spillum manning the point, gave it back to Breyer. Out of the box is Paisan. Breyer's shot, stick save Kappelmaster, and the puck is cleared. We're approaching the halfway point of period one here, and it's been all IceRays. They lead the Wildcats 2-0. Matt Hines takes the man instead of the puck, and it paid off. Here's Ben Lown, down goes Kircher. On the counterattack, Stevie Bryant stole it and gave it to Kircher. He has it along the half boards, returns it for Stevie Bryant. Working against Ben Lown, who's sandwiched down there between Bryant and McGlynn. Finally, Yeager ends up with it, gave it off to Gilraith, who managed to get it out to center ice, but only just. Matt Hines will reset in his own zone. The Wildcats have just iced the puck. 10:09 to go here in period one. It's 2-0 Corpus Christi. And I'd like to give a quick shout out to Ronnie Earl Baker Jr., who's watching from back home in Wichita Falls, or listening, I should say, on YouTube.com. Thank you so much, Ronnie, for all that you do for the Wildcats, and thanks for tuning in on YouTube.com. Glad it's working for you tonight, my friend. Ben Lown now skating through center. He will backhand the puck just wide of the goal. It's Dryden McKay letting it go. Brad Power, one of the two goal scorers for Corpus tonight, will bring it down the right side. He's got Liliev to the net, and the guy right behind him in Johnson. Power took the shot. Easy routine save, Kappelmaster. The bullet from the high slot from Huser was blocked down. I just heard the PA announcer, Jim Carl, say someone was on a penalty kill, but both teams are 5 skaters aside. Here's Colton Meekoff weaving through center. He backhands it beyond the Wildcats goal line. Michael Rounds has it there. Rounds spins away from Regan Kavanaugh, gave it off to Ryan Burnett. Burnett will get it out to center ice once more. Colton Meekoff will rattle it back in. Meekoff, one of 4 Washington natives on this Corpus Christi squad. He's from Puyallup. Burnett tried to feed the trailer Van Wy, who just trips up an IceRays player, and that will be a penalty against number 9 in black. Garrett Van Wy is going to have a seat.
That's just an unlucky sick penalty there. He got caught up in his skates. Those are the worst.
heading to the Wildcats sin bin.
Another good penalty killer of ours.
That's absolutely right. The last time the Wildcats did manage to kill off the penalty to Andre Paisan. Of course, one of the better penalty killers the Wildcats have, especially at forward. The Rays win the draw. Lichtenvort's drive blocked by his own player's stick. Here comes Goodsir. He's got a one-on-one. He's got Austin Bolio skating straight to the net. Goodsir holds and fires. Blocker save by McKay. Now Goodsir's got it at the goal mouth, trying to slam it past the goaltender, and then he takes a few punches from some IceRays surrounding him in the blue ice. Goodsir exchanging some pleasantries down there with Drake Lindsay.
Love seeing Goody get his nose dirty there, though. It's a great job getting position in front of the net.
And, you see why he's got 26 goals this season.
Yeah, that kid could put the puck in for sure.
8:44 to go in period one. It's 2-0 Corpus Christi. The Wildcats short-handed now, win the offensive zone draw, courtesy of Goodsir and Bolio as Baum's shot goes wide. Goodsir falls down behind the IceRays net. Lichtenvoort got it out to his defensive partner on this power play, who is Carter Johnson, at least temporarily, as Regan Cavanaugh dumps it past Sipus, gets it himself. Now it goes in deep behind the Cats' net. The IceRays in full control. Lichtenvoort has it, right point, gave it across. Toby Kircher fed it to Johnson, touch pass Lindsay, in, shoots, stopped Kappelmaster.
It's a great job by Dom there in front of the net to get that guy out of Cappy's way.
That is something that a man of his size undoubtedly be good at. Colton Meekoff with a good keep at the right point. Gloved it down. Kruger now will give it back to him. Meekoff's drive, glove save, Kappelmaster, some good leather flashing there. Boy, can Meekoff shoot the puck. Alexei Poikala against Mason Kruger in the face-off circle now. Kruger wins it pretty cleanly. Meekoff walks the line, fires again, went well high of the net. Rattles off the glass. Kruger pushed off the puck. Liliev working against Matt Hines for it. Hines beats him to it but fails to clear. McGlynn sets up Kruger, whose drive was blocked by Paisan. Hines can't clear. Meekoff kept it. Good backhand pass. Down to the half boards. Kruger across, hoping for McGlynn. Good intercept by Poikala. Poikala is a bit tired here at the end of a shift, so he will just wheel the puck in. He weaves, waits for some teammates to change. Poikala lost possession of the puck. I thought he was going to dump it there, but he killed off probably some more time. Lown will clear at the length of the ice. And just about 25 seconds remain on the penalty to Garrett Van Wy. Long stretch pass went off around his stick. Ryan Burnett in pursuit of the puck. Good to see Ryan Burnett getting some penalty kill time. Tucker Bender gave it across, point to point. That's Keenan Spillum. Put it in deep, hoping for Breyer. Instead got Kircher. That's Power, rather. Power gave it back to the left point. Spillum's long shot, off target. Lown will pick off the loose puck. Garrett Van Wy's fresh out of the penalty box. Ryan Burnett gains the red line and dumps it in. Garrett Van Wy working hard on the forecheck. He's fresh after sitting for 2 minutes. Rosa finishes his check. Here come the Rays out of their own zone. Brady Crabtree down the right side. Will dump it past Jeff Baum, who took a shoulder up high. Dom Sipus behind his own net takes a hit from a much smaller Nathan Breyer. Now it's Brady Crabtree given back to the left point. Cody Lichtenvoort returning it for Crabtree. Here come the Rays. Stevie Bryant firing, chest save, Kappelmaster. Toby Kircher wins the draw cleanly. Here's another slap shot. Looks like there could be a broken stick down there. The Wildcats having trouble clearing it. It rolls harmlessly to Kappelmaster as McGlynn couldn't get the kind of shot away that he wanted to. So he's going to hang on to it again. Already 16 shots for the IceRays, Johnny, in just 14 minutes through the first period.
I think most of those have come on the power play, though, too, so.
Like we're going to our first period media timeout. pretty good, good crowd here again at the American Bank Center. They were absolutely basically close to being sold out last night here at the ABC. Just about every seat except for some of the nosebleeds were full. Again, it's a pretty good showing here tonight. I'd say at least 3,000 here in attendance. Rose's line tests with this defensive zone draw. Toby Kircher's line wins it, however, for the Rays. Trevor Huser, point to point now. Lichtenbort hangs on, takes the shot, blocked. Follow-up chance, McGlynn missed the net. Kircher put it in front, big save, Kappelmaster. Now Albrecht will work the puck ahead to his own blue line and flutter it down into the IceRays zone. And to McGlynn behind his own net. Gave it off to the left wing side. That is Stevie Bryant, pushing it beyond Noah Gilraith. Albrecht hauls it back into the IceRays zone, and now it's going to be taken away from him. Settled down in the IceRays zone. Rattled back off the glass. Stevie Bryant with a good stick check on Ben Lown. Noah Gilraith takes over, coughs it up. Brad Power couldn't kick it to his stick in time. He ran out of real estate and bounced behind the net. Now it's Lown. Hines. Pretty solid breakout here for the Cats as Hines walks in and shoots. It was blocked by Mike Bevilacqua. Hines collides down there, working on the forecheck to get that puck back, but he's not going to be able to. The IceRays will work it right back out to center. Bevilacqua resets in his own zone with Lown forechecking. Puck deflects off a Wildcat stick. I believe it was Rounds'. Kappelmaster leaves it behind his own net for Gilraith. He passed one a bit harshly off the skate of Rounds, and a scramble ensues as a result in front of the Cats' net. Now it bounces in behind. Yeager forced it back there. Noah Gilraith touched it off the stick of Litviak and back out to center ice. We're within 5 minutes now remaining in period one. It's a 2-0 game in favor of the Corpus Christi IceRays, who are tripling the Wildcats in shots, 18-6. Adam Goodsir puts on the brakes and fires, missed high blocker side. Took a funny hop off a partition and the glass, and as a result, the IceRays will be able to clear. Probably a fortunate bounce for them. Kappelmaster fans on the pads, or perhaps he did it on purpose. What do you think?
Yeah, that's just Cappy trying to mess with the IceRay forecheck there.
We see him doing that quite a bit. Probably more than any other goaltender that I've seen at this level. Russell gave it to Michael Rounds. Rounds' pass was intended for Andre Paisan, partially intercepted by Bryant. Bounces into the IceRays zone. A centering attempt goes off a Paisan skate. Now Paisan still battling for it. Had his stick lifted, backhands it to the goal line. It's Austin Bulio trying to do a shoulder shimmy away from two IceRays. Goes around the half board. Sipus skates it down the wall. Now in behind the net. Sipus put it in front through the net mouth. Comes out to the left point. Paisan hammers one. Trickles just wide. Goodsir got a piece of it. Now it's taken by Sipus. Put it on target. Stick save. McKay calling for it. Van Wy fresh off the bench. Austin Bulio elects to hang on to it. Gives it out to the right point. Sipus long shot. Didn't get through the maze of players out in front of the net. And the puck has just been sent back out to the neutral zone, but no further. Austin Bulio couldn't advance the puck to Garrett Van Wy. They battle away for it. Jeff Baum will give it back to Sipus. It's been a pretty wide open game up till this point. Got less than 3.5 minutes remaining in the first period of this one. Van Wy tries to center. It was intercepted. There were three IceRays standing there between him and Van Wy, or Burnett rather. Burnett gave it to Van Wy, and the pass was behind Poikula, and a penalty is upcoming here, I believe, against the IceRays.
Love the way Bernie's been playing so far. He's been our most physical forward. One of our smallest guys out there, and he hasn't missed a hit yet. Love to see that from Bernie.
Cody Lichtenbord is skating to the IceRays penalty box, so the Cats will get their first look on the man advantage tonight. It was the difference last night. The Wildcats power play in the second period scored back-to-back goals.
I think Gilraith will get about 5 shots this power play. What do you think? At least.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Hopefully one of them goes in.
He's become a relatively new target on the power play of players trying to set him up to find the open man with a pretty good shot. Noah Gilraith is just that. Ben Lown doing some head fakes. He weaves his way across the Corpus Christi line with one hand on his stick, carries it smoothly in behind. He'll probably set up Gilraith here. He does. Leaves it off there. Gilraith returns it for Lown, left point. Lown surveys, gives it to Gilraith. Here's one. Fires off the glove of McKay. Bounces behind the net, picked up Albrecht. He had a power play goal of his own last night. Albrecht working against Keenan Spillum. Litviak now spins away from Spillum. Tries to push it into the slot. Gilraith, Lown, shoots. Slapped it just wide of the net. Now Gilraith jumps over to the right side, keeps the play alive. Centering attempt for Litviak, finding Ben Lown. Lown fires, glove save McKay. Wildcats, about half of their power play has been killed, but they've looked pretty good. Noah Gilraith had one, so you're pretty close there with 5. Had one shot on goal. Ben Lown had one as well. Nick Rosa takes the offensive zone draw to the right of McKay. Rounds patiently walks the line, showing poise again. Van Wy, top of the left circle. Goal line, it's Rosa. Van Wy wants it back. Rosa wheels into the high slot, sets up Rounds. His blast was off target. Bounces right in front of the goal. Dillinger hacking away at it. Lindsay goes down, picked up by Van Wy. He will settle things down as he dusts off the puck. Gives it back to the right point. Rounds. Van Wy hammers the shot. Missed wide. Far side. Rounds once more. Gives it to Rosa. Tries to cut his way into the slot for a shot. No luck. Burnett picks up the loose puck. Gave it across the ice. Hoping for Van Wy. Bounced away from Carter Johnson. Van Wy pushed it in deep. In behind the IceRays net. Bevilacqua slams it around the boards. But not out. Kept alive. Rounds. Now in behind the net. Burnett tries to stuff it home. Punched away by the goaltender McKay. Now Dillinger back to Rounds. He holds. He waits. Van Wy wants it. Rounds shoots it. Stopped by McKay. Dillinger from the goal line. Severe angle shot. Goes off the side of the net. And McKay says, no thank you. I'll cover that puck up.
Garrett's really been working on those one-timers, though. He wanted that one bad, I think. He was going to let it rip. Every day after practice, he's always working on the one-timers.
We had a player who used to do that after every single practice. Max Reisinger. Of course, his service is no longer available to the Wildcats. Somebody's got to step up in that role. Perhaps Garrett Van Wy is the one to do it.
Maxie was my partner, too. Every day after practice, I'd feed him one-timers.
Dementis Cypus for Austin Beaulieu. Left circle shoots, and that's swallowed again by Dryden McKay.
McKay's looked really sharp here. Not as many rebounds tonight as there were last night.
And absolutely, that was the key to success last night, was getting inside Dryden McKay's head, because he was so solid up until we scored that. The Wildcats scored that first goal and scored a second shortly thereafter. Cypus with a shot, missed high, it goes off the glass. Breyer tries to clear. The IceRays are back to full strength. The Wildcats drop to 0 for 1 on the Jim Arnold Collision power play. Nathan Breyer takes it wide on Jeff Baum, puts on the brakes behind the Cats net. He's got the support of Brady Crabtree. Now it's Brad Power taking the puck behind the Wildcats net. Bender gives the return to Power from the goal line. Power lost a handle on the puck. It rolls towards Crabtree.
Great play by Goody there.
Adam Goodsir with a good defensive play to prevent Brady Crabtree from getting a point-blank scoring chance on Justin Kapelmaster. The last minute of play is brought to you by La Quinta Inn & Suites, the official host hotel of your Wichita Falls Wildcats. Yeager trying to stick check or stick lift Colton Meek off. Here comes Ben Lown with time for one last rush, just a dozen seconds remaining in the period. Lown spins with it in neutral ice, finds Eric Yeager in across the line. Lown's the trailer. Yeager shoots. Went off a skate. Lown has it with 2 seconds. Hines has to shoot quickly. He does, but a glove save is made by Dryden McKay, and that's going to wrap up the first period. 6 consecutive shots for the Wildcats to end that period, but still nothing to show for it. They trail 2-0 going into period 2. Johnny, what's got to be the message from Coach LaFontaine going to the Wildcats?
I think we got to stay out of the box there. You know, you never like to see the team on the PK a lot in the first period. Hopefully, I think we picked it up again. Just like last night, we had a slow start, but we picked it up toward the end. So hopefully we can drive the net and get McKay a little shaky and then, you know, put some pucks in.
And that is exactly what happened. And hey, the second period has been a dominant one for the Wildcats against the Corpus Christi IceRays in the second period this season. The Cats have outscored them 15-3. So we'll see if that string of success continues here in the middle frame and we'll see if the Wildcats can manage to get under the skin and inside the head of a very stable goaltender who's clearly on his game tonight in Dryden McKay. We're going to step aside, take a short break here from the American Bank Center. Alex Von Coitel, Johnny Lazarus, hoping you're having a wonderful evening. The Wildcats find themselves trailing 2-0 after one period of play is in the books now at the American Bank Center. The Cats trailing 2-0 to the Corpus Christi IceRays, being outshot as well by a margin of 18-11. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back to bring you our first out-of-town scoreboard update in just a few minutes. All right, folks, welcome back. Hoping you're having a wonderful evening here on this Saturday night. From Corpus Christi, Texas at the American Bank Center, Alex Von Coitel, Johnny Lazarus bringing you another edition of Wildcats Hockey presented by Armored Roofing. And the Wildcats have struggled. They find themselves trailing by a score of 2-0 after one period of play is in the books here at the ABC. Two very quick strikes by the Corpus Christi IceRays. The goals were within a minute of one another. The first came off a rebound conceded by Justin Kappelmaster after Brad Power stole the puck in the neutral zone, carried it over the Wildcats line, split the defense, fired one on target. Kappelmaster made the initial save, but the puck unfortunately bounced right back to Power, who punched it over Kappelmaster's blocker and into the top shelf of the net. He would score his 11th goal of the season and get the excited crowd, already excited crowd, even more so with that goal. Just 60 seconds later, Drake Lindsay capitalized after taking the puck away in the Wildcats zone. A defensive turnover for the Cats, or perhaps just a really good forecheck from the IceRays, whichever you want to call it. Drake Lindsay stole the puck with a good stick lift and then turned and sniped it high again on the blocker side of Kappelmaster to double the IceRays lead and make it 2-0. Drake Lindsay with that goal had his 11th of the season. At one point in the period, the Wildcats had been outshot 18-6. The Rays were tripling them in shots on goal, but they really began to turn things around. They would take 5 consecutive shots on target on Dryden McKay, but he stood tall. He made 5 consecutive saves, which is why his team is still ahead by 2. Now for your out-of-town scoreboard update, folks. Another couple of East Division matchups tonight. The Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights in Johnstown and the Aston Rebels in New Jersey. And the Wilkes-Barre-Johnstown game still scoreless out in Pennsylvania. And the New Jersey-Aston game 1-0 in favor of Aston. So looks like they're really continuing to creep up on New Jersey for that #1 spot in the East Division. And that one is probably going to be a spot that's contested right till the end, because the New Jersey Titans have really protected that first place spot all season by a very narrow margin, and now it's just a 3-point one. And the way the Aston Rebels are playing, do not be surprised to see them take it. Aston Rebels, of course, formerly known as the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees. They were in the Wildcats division last season. Much of that roster still intact, and their experience after being eliminated from the Wildcats in the 2015 Robertson Cup playoffs last season. In the first round, they were swept 2-0, and I believe that has certainly made them stronger as a group, because they have looked very strong this season. The Fairbanks Ice Dogs at the Green Island Ice Arena in La Crosse, Wisconsin, taking on the Coulee Region Chill. They've got a 2-1 lead over the Chill through 20 minutes of play up there in northwest Wisconsin. Former Wildcats Shane Kosmeski and Alex Faulkner both in the lineup, and both have been held off the score sheet. Shane Kosmeski had a goal last night to send the game into overtime. 0.8 seconds remaining on the clock when Coos got that goal, which is, of course, was huge for his team. It would get them a point, their first overtime defeat of the season for Coulee Region. They were the only team who had not yet lost a game in overtime this season. That finally changed last night, but regardless, what an effort by Shane Kosmeski. He had an assist as well in that game, a secondary assist, so a 2-point night for the former Wildcat, but unfortunately his team fell just short as their hunt for the 4th place spot in the Midwest Division continues. They're trying to make another playoff push. Last season they were the only team in the playoffs to defeat the eventual Robertson Cup champion, the Minnesota Wilderness. They actually took them to 5 games, and Minnesota would win the series 3-2 in the Midwest Division semifinals. But you've got a nice team that they've been building up over the last few years. Their head coach, A.J. Degenhart, will not be with the team, unfortunately, next season. Then the former Wildcats assistant coach, Chris Soransky, presumably will be there, however, but the search for a head coach for next season in Coulee Region goes on. The Minnesota Wilderness in Janesville taking on the Jets. It's a 2-0 lead in favor of the Janesville Jets at the moment. The Minnesota Magicians hosting the Aberdeen Wings and leading 2-1. The Amarillo Bulls and Topeka Roadrunners, much like last night, they remain tied at 1 goal apiece out at the bullpen in West Texas. Topeka would end up winning last night's game by a score of 2-1. Charlie Singerhouse and Marcus Russell each with goals in that game. Singerhouse, of course, for Amarillo, Russell for Topeka. The Bismarck Bobcats taking on the Austin Bruins in Austin, Minnesota. They've got a 1-0 lead over the Bruins, and former Wildcat Parker Mismash looks like is not in the lineup tonight for Bismarck. The Kenai River Brown Bears in Springfield taking on the Junior Blues, 1-0 Springfield after one period of play. Looks like the second period has just begun. The Odessa Jackalopes are being stomped by the Lone Star Brahmas, 3-0 at the Nitech Sports Center. The first period not even over yet. Peter Kessel with 2 goals, Hogan Davidson with the third. Davidson with a 3-point night already, and that's probably going to ruffle some feathers with the Wildcats faithful. He is certainly not the most beloved player in the Wichita Falls community. And he's playing in his last season, hoping to go out in one last blaze of glory before he retires from his North American Hockey League career. Finally, the Minot Minotauros hosting the Brookings Blizzard. Max Reisinger last night with a 2-point night. Tonight looks like he is playing again, but he's been held off the score sheet, just a shot on goal. No, not a shot on goal. He's been held entirely off the score sheet by the Brookings Blizzard through about 16 minutes of play up at the Misa Arena in Minot, North Dakota. As for your National Hockey League scoreboard update, well, quite a few scores to note here tonight. It's been a busy night in the National Hockey League. It looks like, boy, I'll tell you, based on the new layout of this website, it's made things pretty difficult for me. I have not really quite adjusted to this new setup that the NHL has on their website. Going over some scores, it looks like the Detroit Red Wings took the New York Rangers to overtime tonight, a 3-2 victory for the Wings, who are going to need every point they can get. So that's clearly a big win for Detroit. I'm sure that'll make a lot of parents of the Wildcats players very happy, because a large majority, or not a majority, but a big portion of the Wildcats players are from the Detroit area. The Buffalo Sabres also would win 3-2 in overtime on home ice over the Carolina Hurricanes at the First Niagara Center. The Boston Bruins with a 3-1 victory over the New York Islanders, so 3 for 3 for home teams tonight. The San Jose Sharks will take on the Washington Capitals at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That would be 7:30 local time in San Jose. Central Time, that is 9:30 if my calculations are correct. Another later start, a 9:30 start. The LA Kings hosting the New Jersey Devils. The Edmonton Oilers hosting the Arizona Coyotes, the Vancouver Canucks hosting the Nashville Predators, and the Dallas Stars hosting the St. Louis Blues. Some good games throughout the National Hockey League tonight, no doubt. And now for a couple games that are in progress at the moment. 2-1 the score in favor of Colorado over Winnipeg as the Central Division continues to shape out here going into the postseason. The Minnesota Wild with a 3-1 lead over Montreal 2 periods through. The Toronto Maple Leafs trailing to their longtime rivals, the Ottawa Senators, 2-0. And former Toronto Maple Leaf Dion Phaneuf playing in his 3rd game against his former team. Philadelphia Flyers all deadlocked with the Florida Panthers 2-2 through 40 minutes of play down in South Florida. More big news from the NHL. Evgeny Malkin of the Pittsburgh Penguins has just been ruled out 6 to 8 weeks, and boy, that is just a huge blow to the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the 2004 first overall draft pick will be unavailable. His services, and they are many, will be unavailable for the Pittsburgh Penguins, who are trying to make a playoff push in the Eastern Conference. Boy, they are really, at the moment, hanging on by a thread, a 3-point margin over their rival Philadelphia Flyers. And the Flyers, of course, with a game in hand. So that is very good news for some of the some Flyers fans, some Carolina fans, some New Jersey fans, fans of teams who are still trying to make a playoff push in the Eastern Conference. The Pittsburgh Penguins without arguably their best player, Evgeny Malkin, for the next 6 to 8 weeks. What a crushing blow that is for that organization. That's going to wrap things up for your out-of-town scoreboard update. As you can see, a lot of the players getting back on the ice. Our intermissions last night ran a little bit longer than they were supposed to due to the intermission festivities here that they have at the ABC. The IceRays have made their way back out onto the ice. The Wildcats have not. Perhaps still some conversation about what they have to do going into this period and how they need to improve. Looks like Kapellmeister standing at the edge of the tunnel. But the Wildcats will be making their way onto the ice here any second. We're going to take us another short break here. Step aside. We'll be back in just a few seconds here to bring you second period action. Stay tuned, everyone. All right, welcome back, folks. And sorry, folks, we're trying to get the mixer sorted out here. It's a bit of an older Behringer mixer, so you'll have to bear with us, but it looks like we've got it sorted out. Play resumes here. The second period of Wildcats hockey is brought to you by American Classifieds. We're back underway here as a puck scrum ensues in behind the Corpus Christi net. Nick Rosa pushes it to Austin Albrecht. They've been line mates for quite some time this season. Albrecht tried to center. The puck went off the side of the cage. Dom Sipis couldn't hold it in at the left point, his opposite point. Baum resets in his own zone. Rosa puts it over the line before heading to the Cats bench for a line change. Austin Albrecht rides Tucker Bender into the end boards. Brad Lilliav escapes with it. The Corpus Christi co-captain failed to clear it. Good keep from the skate to the stick by Jeff Baum. Andre Paisan with a good keep along the right half boards. Pushes it back towards the goal line. Tucker Bender on the intercept. Will spin away from Adam Goodser. Bender pushed it off the glass. Bolio on the intercept. Skates in and fires off the glove. Rebound picked up. Paisan slips it back to Goodser. That was a skilled play. Goodser just didn't have enough room. Rounds has it. Cuts into the slot. Looks for lane. Shoots. Stopped by McKay. And he pounces on it.
Great shift there by this line.
What a creative idea that was by Andre Paisan. He was skating one way. He passed it the other way from in behind the IceRays net. It was a no-look pass. We've seen a lot of Detroit Red Wings players do plays like that in the past. Some of the more skilled Europeans, Pavel Datsyuk, Henrik Zetterberg, only the best can pull that one off, and the Wildcats nearly did. Here's Drake Lindsay down the left wing. Dumps it past Michael Rounds. Mason Kruger will be first to it. Gets past Yeager. Now a shot from the right side is blocked. Kruger is tripped. No penalty forthcoming. Wildcats catching a bit of a break. Here comes Ben Lown. Lown gains the line with speed on a 3-on-2. Litviak to the goal. Lown pulls up. Wraps it around the end boards. Michael Rounds will push it back in that way. Russell's going to have to hurry over to keep the puck alive. Couldn't do it. So the Wildcats will have to reset in the neutral zone. Here's Nikita Litviak gaining the line. He's got Yeager with him. Litviak tried to shoot. It was blocked by Huser. There's a broken stick down there. Check that. It was, I believe that was Mason Kruger whose stick was broken. He must have been the one to block the shot. Hines resets. 2.5 minutes into period 2. Played it through the middle. Lown got it to Van Wy. Gets it back from him. right side, hammers a shot that was blocked by Mike Bevilacqua. Van Wy with a good stick check down there and behind the IceRays net. Poikula picks up the loose puck and will lay a good saucer pass across for Gilraith, who slapped it off of Van Wy's stick and wide of the net. Lichtenvoort trying to dive to sell a penalty. No luck. Held in Hines. Long shot blocked by the maze of players out in front. And the IceRays have just cleared. Will be icing against Corpus Christi. And 3 minutes into period 2, it's been all Wildcats, folks. I'd like to give a shout out to Lori Rosa and the Rosa family tuning in from Birmingham, Michigan, the hometown of Nick Rosa. It's a long ways from here. Thank you very much to the Rosa family for tuning in on fasthockey.com and enjoying some Wildcats hockey here tonight on your Saturday night. Hopefully Nick Rosa, who's out there now, can get something done for you. Rosa working for that loose puck behind the net with Trent Dillinger. Dillinger got it free for Rosa, but it was picked off from him, and Breyer will slam it around the glass. Gilraith did not keep it in, say the linesman, so the Wildcats will have to reset. It's taken by Mike Bevilacqua behind his own cage. He will wrap it back out to center. The Wildcats were on a delayed offside as the IceRays take it behind their own goal once more. They really like to do that play where they take it behind their own net and just blast it back out to center. Breyer's quick shot from the left point. Easy routine save by Kappelmaster. Matt Hines gains the red line and feathers it in deep. Andy McGlynn waiting for it. He's got 4 IceRays skating with him. Now it's taken by Colton Meekoff, who's pushed off of it by Paisan. Andy McGlynn will deal it on back. Meekoff has it once more. The lone Corpus Christi goal scorer from last night played it ahead, too hot to handle for Stevie Bryant. The Wildcats push it back in deep, cleared away by Dryden McKay. Was not kept in by Baum's skate, though he believes otherwise. The linesman Michael Fasani thought it had crossed the blue line, so we get a whistle stopping play with 15:47 to go in period 2, and the IceRays continuing to lead the Wildcats by a score of 2-0. And thank you very much to Nan Rice, the bill and mother of our goaltenders, Justin Kappelmaster and Julian Syme, for tuning in. She says, "Let's go, Cats." Thank you very much to Nan and all the support that you give the Wildcats, both with your billeting duties and with the tuning in on all of our broadcasts. As a quick shot from Carter Johnson is punched away by Kappelmaster, his best stop of the period. Dom Sipis gets it to the red line in the neutral zone, but no further. The IceRays are right back into the Wildcat zone. Kappelmaster goes back around the boards. Sipis couldn't clear. Here's a shot from Liliev, blocked by the maze of players, and then it's sent wide by Carter Johnson. Wrapped back around the boards, right point, Tucker Bender holds. Gives it to Liliev, back to Johnson, or Bender, his shot, punched away again by Kappelmaster. Banked off the boards, Litviak had to pass it behind him. Now he carries it down the right wing side. Put it in front for Yeager, who tipped it just wide of the net. Now it's Trevor Huser. Huser clears it all the way down into the Wildcat zone. It goes out of play. This faceoff will remain in the Corpus Christi zone to the right of Dryden McKay. He has stopped all 14 shots he has faced. Brief first or second period media timeout, it looks like. Are they pointing at the Wildcats bench for the kiss cam?
Yeah, I think I'll be kiss goody too. Thank God Coach didn't see that one.
Maybe that's what the boys need. Russell puts it in behind the IceRays net. Burnett tries to go out in front. It trickles along the goal line, but the IceRays clear it down the ice. The speedy Kavanaugh in pursuit beats Rounds to loose puck. Kavanaugh now takes it behind the net of Kappelmaster. Swings down there in the far corner. Rounds is pushed down by Kavanaugh, then gives him an extra shove. There will at least be one penalty here, possibly two. Looks like an elbow, and that's the right call. Regan Kavanaugh got an elbow up high on Michael Rounds, and you got to be careful when you're swinging that elbow around. Kavanaugh was not, and he's going to have to pay for it by sitting in the box for the next 2 minutes. Thank you very much to Lisa and Courtney watching all the way from Florida. Thank you very much to Lisa and Courtney supporting the Wildcats on fasthockey.com.
Cappy and all these girlfriends together watching the game.
Thank you, Wes. Appreciate that. Face off to the right of the goaltender, Dryden McKay. Now Gilraith manning the point here. No surprises. Lown and Gilraith swap. Gilraith has it, top of the left circle, fires, it was blocked. Bounces all the way into the high slot. Gilraith did well to hustle over. He keeps the puck alive. Now into the circle, Lown fires. Quick left pad save by Dryden McKay. Lown goes down. Good play by Huser, and he clears. What an effort there by Trevor Huser. Gilraith gives it to Ben Lown, and he will negotiate his way across the Corpus blue line. Feeds Litviak with a good pass, tries to center for Poikala. Good intercept by Bender. He will rattle it off the glass. Excellent keep by Noah Gilraith. Gave it to Ben Lown. Lown spins away from Bender. He's got a man open in Litviak. Now it's Gilraith at the point. He bobbles the puck, and Liliev wastes no time clearing it back out to center. Gilraith with his head up, splits the ice for Litviak. He will give it off to the right side for Lown. Lown waits. Carries behind the IceRays net. Lown centers. Poikala shoots.
Nice
he
play.
scores! Alexei Poikala let it rip from the slot. A power play goal. And that's another point for Alexei Poikala. He had 2 assists last night, and he's got a goal tonight. And the Wildcats have cut the IceRays lead in half. It's 2-1.
Oh, no, Nikita. I got Nikita.
What about him? You think he scored that goal?
I had Nikita for an assist in fantasy, so I get a point.
What a shot that was by Alexei Poikala. Looked like possibly a bit of a change-up there. It went high on McKay's glove side.
He had to do a second assist, Nikita. It was Poikes from Lown and Nikita, I think, right?
Looked that way to me. Dryden McKay will give the puck around the boards, hoping for Lichtenvoort. Good pressure by Austin Bolio. Put on now. Huser has to spin. Went off a Goodsir's skate. Comes right to Bolio, who tried to get it to Paisan. Good intercept by the Rays, and here they come. Stevie Bryant gains the line. He's onside. Put it in behind the Cats' net. Cypus rides a man into the backboards there. It's taken right point. Huser unloads, and it goes wide of the net on the far side of the goal. The Glen trips up Goodsir. No penalty. Bevilacqua takes over in neutral ice. Good stick check by Baum. The IceRays on a delayed offside. Some pushes and shoves going on and in front of the linesman Chris Delaney. Cypus gives it ahead for Bolio. He springs Goodsir. Goodsir working 1-on-4. Takes a shot that's swallowed by McKay. Some of the fans wanting a fight here and not sure they're going to get one. Breyer failed to clear it. Russell did well to keep the puck alive. Put it in behind the IceRays net. Rosa couldn't keep it in at the right point. Miller got it past him. Now here's Rounds in his own zone. Rounds got it out to the left side. Austin Albrecht setting up Trent Dillinger through neutral ice. Dillinger gains the blue line. He fires. Another big save by Dryden McKay. McKay is 16 of 17 tonight. Tanya Thompson tuning in on fasthockey.com. Let's get that win. Thank you very much to Tanya and the Thompson family for tuning in and supporting the Wildcats on fasthockey.com. Alexi Poikla is going to take this draw to the left of Dryden McKay. Won cleanly by the IceRays. Regan Kavanaugh takes it behind the net, spins away from Ryan Burnett. Kavanaugh protecting that puck with the left hand on the stick, and he runs into some traffic in the form of Alexi Poikla. Mason Kruger will leave it out for Keenan Spillum. Spillum had pressure right behind him. He gets it up the boards and down the ice. 11:30 to go here in period 2. It's 2-1 IceRays. The last goal was scored on the power play by Alexi Poikla. With that goal, Alexi now has 10 on the season and 32 points. Lindsay slices through center ice, gains the Wildcats' blue line. All 5 Cats are back. He rattles it around the end boards. Gilraith in pursuit, comes together with Power. Kruger trying to help out Power. He gets to it. Mason Kruger turning, leaving it off for Cody Lichtenvoort, who pinches. Lichtenvoort is run into the side of the net there. Good hit by Ryan Burnett. Now a shot from the right circle, fought off again by Kappelmaster. 2 back-to-back saves. Lindsay turns, he pivots away from Hines. The fans wanting another fight to break out here. Lichtenvoort fires, missed wide far side. Puck corralled by Trevor Huser. He takes it in deep. The defenseman looking really active on this shift. The Wildcats players look exhausted. Burnett clears it, and fortunately for the Wildcats, that's on goal, so no icing. They'll be able to change. At least some of their players will, as Poikla fires it just wide of the IceRays cage. We're approaching the halfway point of regulation time. It's still a 2-1 hockey game here at the ABC. Puck lofted out to center. Sipus bats it down. Yeager played it out of midair. Good hand-eye coordination. Now Lown will feed it the width of the ice. It's taken by Litviak, who lays into a slap shot. And McKay has made his 17th stop of the night. Rick Yeager jumped the gun on that offensive zone draw, so we're going to try this again. He wins it regardless. Sipus will deal it back to Baum. Long shot.
Yeah!
They score. They score. Will this count? It looked like it might have gone off of a high stick. Some of the IceRays players wanting a high sticking penalty to be called.
I think Nikita might have tipped that one in front.
And Nikita Litviak.
I think it was Nikita. I think Nikita tipped it in front.
Folks, we apologize for the broadcast difficulties here on this old Behringer mixer.
Oh, I think Nikita got with his hand.
And they are waving this goal. They are waving this goal off.
I think Nikita tried to tip it, but it hit his glove. And when he reached out with his glove, I think that's not allowed. That happens to me in NHL 16 all the time.
This goal.
Yeah, I think he went with his glove.
So the goal does not count. Nikita Litviak thought he had, with that redirect, thought he had his 15th goal of the season, but it was waved off because he hit it with his hand. So this game remains a 2-1 hockey game in favor of Corpus Christi. Puck battle ensues behind the IceRays net. Dom Sipus and Eric Yeager battling for it. Yeager gave a nasty cross-check there to Toby Kircher.
They're not going to let that one go.
Nope, he laid into one too many hits there on Toby Kircher, and he's going to have a seat.
Nice to see Yeager get a little angry, though. Really see that.
We've seen it happen. We saw it happen not too long ago on one of the Lone Star Brahmas players back at the KYC. It was Cam Clark who was down.
Oh, that's right. I
Near the corner. And Eric Yeager's trying to pry the puck loose. Clark was laying on it. Out of frustration, whacked him a bit too many times in the face.
Forgot about that one.
So the Wildcats win the defensive zone draw, and Bolio clears but not out. Kept in Lindsay, falls down to his knees, makes the pass. Johnson's shot didn't get through, and Russell clears. And Cody Lichtenvoort takes it himself. Gains the blue line, took it all the way into the Wildcats' left corner. Puck chipped back to Lindsay, whose shot was tipped wide by Lichtenvoort.
Oh, you got him. Oh.
Bolio tried to chip it to Goodsir. They could have had a 2-on-1, but a good pinch is made by Carter Johnson. He jumped right into that puck battle. Goodsir emerges with it, 1-on-1 against Lichtenvoort, the only guy back. Goodsir overskates the puck and then had a blowout, and the fans applauding that.
You don't normally see that from Goody.
No, he is
just unlucky.
He is one of the best in the business at those 1-on-1 situations, especially while short-handed. Seems to be even more dangerous. Carter Johnson will cut through center. He gains the blue line, and the IceRays' leading scorer tips it on target. Kapellmaster gloves it. Gilraith clears it. Good follow-up chop by Garrett Van Wy, and he gets it all the way down the ice. Colton Meekoff carries behind his own net and stops. Poikla goes after him. Meekoff spins away from him. Meekoff gives it now to Andy McGlynn. Brendan Miller's pass was, I think he thought that Van Wy was one of his teammates.
Nice seeing that Heinze knows we're a man down this time. He iced the puck.
That was actually Garrett Van Wy.
Just now, that last one was Heinze.
McGlynn from the goal line couldn't stuff it into the open net. He had an angle. And Dom Sipus gave it out to the left side for Poikla, and he will clear. 7:40 to go now in period 2. It's a 2-1 hockey game in favor of the IceRays. The Wildcats with the lone goal in this period, however, came off the stick of Alexi Poikla. Now we're 5 skaters aside as Jaeger makes his way back onto the ice. Rosa tries to push it back to the left point for Baum. It is Kruger. He'll dump the puck in. Kapellmaster plays it behind his net and leaves it for Sipus. 23-18 the shots on goal. Baum did well to spin away from Brady Crabtree. Now it's Andre Paisan. Paisan backhands it past Tucker Bender. That's Trent Dillinger, my apologies. Dillinger is tied up from behind there by Keenan Spillum. Russell jumps and lays into a hit on Crabtree. Will this be icing? No, they're waving it off. Not sure why.
Because Rourke pinched there and couldn't allow the player to touch it. That's why I think they waved it off.
Michael Rounds. Trent Dillinger. Pass was intended for Albrecht, who jumped the gun. Rosa caught offside, and the whistle blows. 6:50 remain in period 2. 2-1 IceRays. 23-18 the shots in favor of the IceRays, but the Wildcats have started to turn the tide in their favor again in the second period, just like they did last night, and just like they have done all season long against this team. The second periods have been dominant. They've only allowed 3 second period goals against the IceRays through 7 games played. They've scored 15. Second period media timeout, the second timeout of the period, coming to an end now. Eric Jaeger's line is sent out there. The line which started tonight's game for the Wildcats. Jaeger in the neutral zone to take the draw against Toby Kircher. He wins it pretty cleanly. Lowndes sets up Michael Rounds across the line. Rounds had his stick checked there by Mason Kruger. Now Lowndes in behind that, swoops, he carries it. Holds on, he's tripped up by Kruger, no penalty, and here come the Rays on the counterattack. Stevie Bryant gets it from Lichtenvoort. He's caught offside. Yeah. 6.5 to go here in period 2. 2-1 the score in favor of the Rays.
IceRays fans, raffle tickets will be sold all season at each home game for this $6,000 ratement courtesy of Gold Falcon Custom Jewelers.
A couple of Europeans, Poikla and Kircher, line up to take the draw. Kircher just slaps it right off the face-off on goal, and Kapellmaster leaves it out. 6.5 to go in the period. Burnett has it down the right wing side. Burnett gave a pass across, bounced off of Van Wy's stick. Now it's Rourke Russell. Not a very good pass. Stevie Bryant's going to be first to it. Bryant turns away from Michael Rounds. That was a timely pivot by Stevie Bryant. Kircher pries it loose, trying to get around Poikla. Good defensive play made by Poikla. Now Rourke Russell. Try to make a better pass this time around from in behind his own net. Rourke with a home run pass, a bit too far for Ryan Burnett, and it goes the length. No icing here, but the Wildcats are able to change up. The Ice Rays cleared off a power stick and in deep. Kapelmaster gave it in behind his own net. Matt Hines bounces one into center. It's picked up by Austin Beaulieu. Fortunate bounce for the Cats. Beaulieu takes it in behind the net, tries to stuff it in from a tough angle. And McKay was hugging the post. Beaulieu centers for Goodsir, hopped away from him. And the Rays are off and running now in the neutral zone. Power will clear the puck down for the second time on that shift. Kapelmaster drops it off for Gilraith. Gilraith finds an open Paisan who ran into Tucker Bender. Never saw him. Good pass for Austin Beaulieu again on the right side. Beaulieu stick handling. He delays, waits for some help. He puts it in behind the Ice Rays goal line. Matt Hines is first to it. He'll swing it back to the right point. Albrecht's shot well off target, wide far side. Now it's Gilraith jumping down the boards. His shot steered aside by McKay. Picked up in behind the net. Goodsir is tied up. Tucker Bender tries to clear. Looks like the Rays will be out with it into the neutral zone as big hit is dealt on Noah Gilraith. Puck flutters towards Dillinger, intercepted by Lindsay. Lindsay carries. Lindsay with a nice toe drag move gets past Gilraith, slips it in front of the shot, and the puck is sent wide. It's loose behind Kapelmaster, who sits on it. Never saw it, but he squatted on the puck and he made the save. What a move there by Drake Lindsay to create some space for himself in behind the Wildcats net with a nice toe drag right around Noah Gilraith. And you see why Drake Lindsay leads the Ice Rays in assists. He led the team in points for quite some time this season. He was only recently passed up by Carter Johnson. Austin Albrecht. Long pass a bit between the stick and the skates of Trent Dillinger, who did well to finish his check on Lichtenvoort. Puck bounces past Jeff Baum. Baum recovers now in the neutral zone. He will wheel the puck ahead down the right side with tons of speed. Ran into some traffic, though, and Cody Lichtenvoort. Lichtenvoort will hoist the puck into center ice. Nathan Breyer was waiting for it, but it was behind him.
Breyer was lucky because Dom would have killed him there.
Good deke move there by Nick Rosa. He creates some space, sets up Albrecht for a shot. Blocker save by McKay.
Great move by Rose there.
And now it's Dillinger along the half boards. Dillinger with a sharp bid that was redirected wide by Austin Albrecht, and the puck bounces out into neutral ice, and it's taken by the Ice Rays. It is a quick shot by Crabtree, fought off by Kapelmaster. Puck swatted out of there and back to the right circle in the Wildcat zone. Sipus will turn it in deep behind his own net. Tries to clear, could not. McGlynn lets it go, and it's swallowed up by Kapelmaster.
Good back and forth action here.
And some pretty strong chances on both sides of the ice. The Wildcats still find themselves trailing, however. It's 2-1. And a half minutes remain now in period two. The score has remained at 2-1 since the 6:43 mark of period two, with that Alexei Poikala power play goal. Rounds comes together with Andy McGlynn in the corner in the Wildcat zone. McGlynn picks up the puck, spins away from Russell. Bryant takes a pretty healthy hit there from Michael Rounds. Ben Lowndes got a man breaking, and Litviak couldn't get it to him. The pass was a bit behind him. Andy McGlynn will give it behind his own net for Meekoff.
I think Brian was taunting Rourke there a little bit behind the play. I know they're good buddies. Brian was probably asked him to go.
See if anything comes of that.
I think Rourke would.
Seems like there's quite a few players on the Wildcats who have ties to Stevie Bryant. Van Wy powers his way to the front. He shoots, big save, rebound. Van Wy with another shot. Stopped again by McKay. 2 point-blank saves on Garrett Van Wy. Boy, he's been all over the place in this series. He's really created some space for himself, just has not been able to finish the job just yet.
Another guy that's improved a lot as the season's gone on.
Liliev put it to the goal line now, returning the pass there for Liliev. He's got it in behind the net, tries to set up Johnson there. No luck with that. Lown will clear off the glove of Garrett Van Wy, who couldn't find it. Yeager picks it up, and a penalty. No, a hand pass will be called against the Wildcats. Not sure how you can call a hand pass on that. He didn't even know where it was. 2 minutes and 21 seconds remain in period two. It's still a 2-1 game in favor of the Ice Rays. And the shots are beginning to look more and more even here. It's 27-24 now for the Ice Rays. Remember, the Rays led at one point 18-6 in shots. The discrepancy of 12 has vanished to just 3. Between the legs play by Drake Lindsay, but it was picked off by Poikala. Baum hangs on. Bounced it off the glass. Burnett with a good steal in the neutral zone. Generates some speed. Sets up Van Wy. Returning, hoping for Burnett. His stick was lifted. Sipus tried a shot. It was blocked by Lichtenvoort. He can't clear. Poikula keeps it. Right point spins. Poikula gains some space, and he put it off of Burnett's stick and just wide. Smart play by Alexei Poikula, the Finnish centerman. Nearly had his 4th point of the series as the shot is turned high and over the crossbar. Sipus keeps it alive right point. Van Wy picks it up behind the IceRays net. Good strong shift from the Poikula line here. And Regan Cavanaugh will drop it off. The puck is cleared out to the Wildcats zone. Kapellmeister will swat it in the direction of Demantis Sipus.
Oh, that's a hit right from the back.
Sipus took a big hit from Mason Kruger, who's going to get away with it. Poikula left it off for Baum. Loose puck, dangerous play. Turned on net, and Kapellmeister covers it and hangs on. Big stop on Brady Crabtree. Didn't quite see the hit from Mason Kruger on Dom Sipus.
That's a dangerous hit there by Kruger. Dom's back was right to him. You hate to see those kind of hits.
They forbid any kind of contact from a player who is about to hit an opposing player from behind in the glass. If you can see their numbers, you've got to lay off. If they're in a certain position, you've got to be smart about how you go about your check, and it is one of the most common causes for injury in this sport. Puck is taken and settled down behind the IceRays net. Paisan decides to just go after him. Bolio, instead of trapping, he held back, and he's going to get burned as a result. It's Breyer down the left side. Goodsir hustles back to take his place. Breyer's pinned up now by Goodsir, and the puck is taken by Austin Bolio. Bolio will give it to Rourke Russell. Russell gains the line. He looks, he waits, patiently sets up, shot behind the net, then tries to center, went off of Albrecht's skate. Albrecht has it now. Albrecht, right circle, turns, shoots, chest save McKay, and he pounces on it. And Mike Bevilacqua stirring the pot with Adam Goodsir once again. Last minute of play is brought to you by La Quinta Inn & Suites, the official host hotel of your Wichita Falls Wildcats. Baum unloads from the left point. It was blocked. 25 seconds remain in period 2. The Wildcats trail the IceRays 2-1. Jeff Baum hustling back, failed to clear it. Rosa did not. He gets it out to center. Here's Mike Bevilacqua back on the counterattack. Offside is the result.
Gotta give a shout out to the Heinzies. Darla and Shucker want to see Matt throw some punches, so I'll tell him in between periods and let's see what he's got.
Thank you very much to Darla and Chuck Hines for tuning in on FastHockey.com and supporting the Wildcats. And that's going to wrap things up for period 2. What'd you see there?
A much better effort from us. I think we caught up in shots and physical play. Second periods have been our best periods all year, so hopefully we can take that momentum and bring it to the third.
They absolutely have been, and this was no exception. With that second period now in the books, the Wildcats have outshot the IceRays, or outscored them 16-3 in second periods this season. So not quite as many as they would have liked to get, but they did chip away at the IceRays lead. 2-1 the score going into period 3. The IceRays protecting a very fragile 1-goal lead as we enter the final 20 minutes. We're going to step aside here from the American Bank Center, take a short break before we bring you your second out-of-town scoreboard update of the night. Stay tuned, everybody. All right, welcome back, everybody. Hope you're having a tremendous evening and a tremendous Saturday night. With you, as always, I'm Alex Von Coydle, and I'm joined by Johnny Lazarus this weekend on the broadcast. He's doing a tremendous job as well. It's been a lot of fun to have him up here, though I think the extra headset has caused the Behringer mixer here to go a little bit haywire at times, but we'll fight through it. Now for your out-of-town scoreboard update. Again, a couple of Eastern Division games taking place tonight. Both looks like will end in 3-0 results. The Johnstown Tomahawks with a 3-0 home victory over the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, unless the Knights can muster a miracle in the next minute and 47 seconds. The Aston Rebels also with a 3-0 victory over the New Jersey Titans out of the Middletown Ice World in New Jersey. Fairbanks Ice Dogs have blown their game wide open against the Cooley Region Chill, and they have really put a bit of a damper on the Chill's playoff hopes. They need really most of these points remaining available to them in the Midwest Division standings if they want a shot at making the postseason, and does not look like they're going to have any points tonight. They trail 5-1 after 2 periods of play against the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. The Janesville Jets have also blown their game wide open, 6-1. It was 2-0 the last time we checked, and they're going up against the Robertson Cup champions from last season, the Minnesota Wilderness. So 6-1 Janesville through 2 periods. Impressive stuff from them. The Minnesota Magicians up 2-1 over the Aberdeen Wings through 2 periods as well. The Amarillo Bulls and Topeka Roadrunners in the South Division still deadlocked at a 1-1 tie through more than half of regulation time at the bullpen in West Texas. 1-1 with 4:37 to go in period 2 in that game. Again, Charlie Singerhouse and Marcus Russell, the only goal scorers of that game thus far. The Bismarck Bobcats sans Parker mismatch, beating the Austin Bruins by a score of 1-0. The Kenai River Brown Bears in Springfield taking on the Junior Blues in Illinois' capital, 2-0 the score in favor of the Blues. The Corpus Christi IceRays taking on the Wildcats. My apologies, force of habit. You all know what the score is of that game. It's 2-1 Corpus after 2 periods. The Lone Star Brahmas, another South Division matchup, taking on the Odessa Jackalopes. The Jacks have finally tallied, but they still trail by 2 goals. It's 3-1 Lone Star at the Nitex Arena in suburban Fort Worth, North Richland Hills, Texas. Looks like it's about halfway through period 2 at the Nitex, and Pierce Plumer has finally got the ball rolling for Odessa. Power play goal. He was set up by Zach Zeck and Jake Levin. So 3-1, about halfway through regulation in favor of Lone Star over Odessa, which is good news for the IceRays, bad news for the Wildcats, who are trying to stave off the Lone Star Brahmas as long as they possibly can. The Wildcats get a win tonight. It will make it almost impossible for the Lone Star Brahmas to take first place in the South Division. However, at this point of the season, there's really no sense in predicting things one way or the other, because in sports, and in hockey in particular, pardon the cliche, but anything can happen. Last but not least, the Minot Minotauros taking on the Brookings Blizzard. Looks like the score is 4-1 now in favor of Minot. Looks like Max Reisinger's having another pretty strong game for Marty Murray and the Toros. He's got an assist to his credit, a primary assist and a +1 rating. He set up Matt Jennings on a short-handed goal. The former Topeka Roadrunner was set up by his former rival, Max Reisinger. So good to see the two of them gelling together. See Max Reisinger really succeeding in his new environment in Minot, North Dakota. Boy, talking to some of the players, it'd be really something. The possibility of playing some former teammates this season, of course, at the if the Wildcats manage to make it that far, that deep into the playoffs, it'd be truly special to play against some of their former teammates. With the possibility of doing so, they've got a lot of former teammates throughout the North American Hockey League at several different teams. Now for some National Hockey League scores, it was a busy night. A lot of the Eastern Conference games are already finished here. The Boston Bruins with a 3-1 victory over the New York Islanders. The Buffalo Sabres with a 3-2 victory over the Carolina Hurricanes. And the Detroit Red Wings with a much-needed Detroit victory, 3-2 over the New York Rangers in overtime. Darren Helm got the game winner in overtime, and no surprises there. He's one of the fastest skaters in the entire National Hockey League. No surprise seeing him out there on the 3-on-3 in extra time. The Winnipeg Jets with a 3-2 victory as well over the Colorado Avalanche. So at this point in the season, probably more of a consolation win for Winnipeg, who unfortunately find themselves in the toughest division in the entire league. The Minnesota Wild with a 4-1 victory on the road at the Bell Center over the Montreal Canadiens. 4-1 the score. Tino Niederreiter, Mikael Granlund, and Eric Holla would all tally. Granlund had 2 goals. That's a player that Alexei Poikila from the Wildcats very much looks up to and tries to model his game after. Granlund, of course, another Finn. Very similar player to Alexei Poikila in a lot of respects. A playmaking center. Poikila, of course, having a tremendous game, a tremendous series, and really a tremendous season series. He loves playing in this building. The last time he was here, I believe it was October 9th, was the last time, aside from this weekend, the Wildcats played here. And if I'm not mistaken, he had a 4-point night, possibly even a 5-point night. It was in that blowout, that 6-2 blowout here at the ABC. So really good stuff from Alexei Poikila. He has been a very much improved player as the season has gone on. The Ottawa Senators with a 4-0 victory over their arch rivals, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Ottawa native Cody Ceci had his 8th goal of the season tonight. Now for some games that are currently in progress. Game is in overtime at the moment. The Florida Panthers Philadelphia Flyers game is about a minute into overtime. The Flyers find themselves on a power play. The game is tied up at 4 goals apiece. Louis Blues and the Dallas Stars have just finished their first period. And for some games happening on the West Coast will not be played until much later. The Vancouver Canucks hosting the Nashville Predators, the Edmonton Oilers hosting the Arizona Coyotes, and the Los Angeles Kings hosting the New Jersey Devils. San Jose Sharks playing as well. They'll be hosting the NHL leading Washington Capitals. And that, I'm sure, will make for quite a barn burner out in the Bay Area in San Jose. That's going to wrap things up for your out-of-town intermission report, your out-of-town scoreboard update as well. We hope you've enjoyed the game up till this point. Instead of the score, 2-1 IceRays through 40 minutes of play here at the American Bank Center. 29-25 the shots on goal in favor of the Rays. Alex Von Coitel, Johnny Lazarus bringing you another edition of Wildcats Hockey brought to you by Armored Roofing. We're going to step aside again, take another short break. We've got about 5 minutes remaining on the Jumbotron clock here before third period action commences. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. The excitement and the tension building here at the American Bank Center as a bunch of excited Corpus Christi IceRays fans are now filing back into their seats. We're less than a minute away, according to the score clock here, from third period action, which for the Wildcats fans, that is brought to you by American Classifieds. Some of the fans here really getting into it. It's just such a tremendous atmosphere coming to Corpus Christi and playing these games on the road. The Wildcats did have the second period they were looking for. They have chipped away at the IceRays lead. Slowly but surely, they have gotten themselves back to within striking distance here. It's 2-1 Corpus Christi through 40 minutes of play. Their goals came both in the first period. The first off of a Brad Power rebound goal. He stole the puck in the neutral zone, took a shot from the high slot. Kappelmaster stopped it, but the rebound bounced right to Power in the slot, who lifted it over the blocker of Kappelmaster for his 11th goal of the season. And that would get the ball rolling 6 minutes in. Just a minute later, Drake Lindsay would score. He took the puck away with a good stick lift, turned and spun the puck up over the blocker of Justin Kappelmaster for his 11th goal of the year. It was a snipe from the top of the left circle area. Let it rip and beat Kappelmaster. All three goals tonight have been scored on the net to your left if you're viewing on fasthockey.com. The third and final goal of tonight's game came off a stick of Alexei Poikla on a power play. According to PointStreak.com, he was set up by Ben Lown. We'll see if that stands. I believe there were, for that goal, there should at least be 2 assists. Because it was a power play goal, and I know multiple Wildcats touched the puck before Alexei Poikla slammed the puck into the net. Past Dryden McKay's glove. Nevertheless, third period action brought to you by American Classifieds is now underway as the Wildcats get the puck deep right off the draw into IceRay territory. Nick Rosa swats it in down low. Austin Albrecht working against Mason Kruger. Albrecht turns one on net. Blocker saved by McKay. Puck swatted out of there off the corner boards. Nick Rosa will turn it towards Dillinger. Picked up by Dillinger. And the IceRays have cleared out into the neutral zone. Wildcats dump the puck in. They change on the fly. Their first line change of period 3. Rounds plays the man. It's Drake Lindsay. He takes him there. And Rourke Russell sets up shop in his own zone. Puck is taken by Rourke Russell at the right point. He will play it to the opposite corner. It's Garrett Van Wy. Puts it in behind the net. Adam Goodsir hoping to center for Russell. Good breakup. Russell follows up and shoots on the backhand. McKay made the save. Brendan Miller chops it down the ice into the neutral zone. Michael Rounds in pursuit of the puck now. He will pick it up in his own end, slam it off the boards. Here come the Rays. It's Carter Johnson, their leading scorer. Down the right side, check that, it's Andy McGlynn. He gets hauled down. Rounds picks up the puck and rattles it back around the wall. Kept alive by Brendan Miller. Puts it on one hand, runs into billet mates Adam Goodsir and Michael Rounds. Here comes Goodsir with the puck. Spins away from Andy McGlynn. Got it out to the right side. And Garrett Van Wy will chip the puck in before heading to the bench for a line change. A minute and a half into period 3, it's 2-1 in favor of the IceRays. McKay makes an easy save from 100 feet out as Colton Meekoff takes the puck at his own goal line. The Wildcats are nearly level in shots on goal. It's just 29-27 IceRays at this point. Matt Hines takes it behind his own net. Noah Gilreath aiding him. And looks like there's a couple of IceRays battling for it. I believe that's Toby Kurter and Brad Power. Power got it back to the right point for Tucker Bender. Power will try to wrap it back along the boards for Bender. Good poke check by Nikita Litviak. Litviak was interfered with a bit by Bender. No penalty. Litviak holds on. Patiently sets up Yeager. He's in. He shoots. Stopped. Rebound. Punched away into the left half boards. Taken by Gilreath. He swaps with Litviak. Gilreath couldn't get it to Litviak. Now it's Spillum. Spillum takes over behind the IceRays net. The Rays flip the puck out into the neutral zone. Garrett Van Wy gloves it down. He's right back on the counterattack. Van Wy takes it past Spillum in behind the net. Tries a wraparound. Smothered up at the goal mouth by Dryden McKay, who's got his 28th save of the night.
Great start to the period here, though.
Wildcats are buzzing. They have even the IceRays in shots on goal. 4 straight shots for the Cats. 29 apiece. through 42.5 minutes here at the American Bank Center. Off the tie-up in the face-off, it is the IceRays coming out with it. Regan Kavanaugh through center. Good stick check by Baum. Burnett follows up. Can't clear. Lindsay rides him into the boards. Lindsay takes the brunt of that collision. Down goes Van Wy. Here comes Baum. Baum right circle shoots. Stick save McKay. Picked up by Poikla. He's got Burnett. He sets up Albrecht. High slot. Takes the shot. Redirected by Kavanaugh and out of play. 17:02 to go now in period 3. The Wildcats are buzzing for the tying goal. They have now outshoot the IceRays 30-29, but have not been able to solve Dryden McKay since early in the second period. We thought he looked sharp last night. The former St. Louis or Springfield Junior Blues goaltender looking extremely on his game tonight, folks. Face-off win by Brady Crabtree in the IceRays zone. The puck has just been cleared the length. This will be an easy icing call against Corpus Christi. They've had absolutely no attack in this period through 3 minutes. It has been all Wildcats. Nick Rosa will follow up and take another face-off here. He sets up Albrecht left side, given back to Baum at the left point. In behind the net, it's Trent Dillinger swapping with Rosa. He gives it to Rosa, or tries to at least. Picked off. Albrecht picks it up and shoots. Stick save. Rebound pops behind the net. And the IceRays have cleared. Jeff Baum bats it down with a high stick. No penalty. Taken now by Sipus. Sipus will clear it in behind the IceRays net. McKay will leave it. And Meekoff tries to go around the board. Swatted down there by Brady Crabtree. Austin Albrecht trying to center for Rosa. Back to the left point. It's Rounds. He shoots. Blocked. And the Rays are able to clear. Rounds back at center ice. Resets and regroups. Gives it across for Dom Sipus. Sipus puts it over the line for Austin Albrecht. Takes it wide down his off wing. Albrecht put it in front. Stick save McKay. It was an awkward looking stop, but he made it. And he's going to pounce on the puck and no further play. We're nearly 4 minutes in. Still no goals for the Wildcats in this period, though they have dominated the first 4 minutes. They own all 6 shots in this period. They've gotten right out to the start that they needed in this frame. And with the words of John LaFontaine ringing in their ears, they have really come out to play. Rourke Russell, the Wildcats' youngest defenseman, gets it barely over the IceRays line. Russell had it bounce off his shoulder then, and Michael Rounds assumes control. Leaves it off the side of the cage, then gave it around the corner boards. Garrett Van Wy picks it up. Russell let it go intentionally. A smart play by a young defenseman. Rounds gave it away. Stevie Bryant intercepting. Couldn't set up his man in the slot. It was Carter Johnson hoping for it. Bryant was at the end of a shift regardless. He goes to the bench. Meanwhile, Rourke Russell assumes command of the puck in behind his own net after Kapellmaster left it for him. Russell swings it to Goodsir. Goodsir's pass too far for Van Wy, who was handcuffed. Even if he had managed to get his stick on it, an icing call is the result. .24 remain in period 3, 2-1 IceRays. The score has remained 2-1 Rays ever since the 6:43 marker of period 2 off that Alexei Poikla power play goal on the one-timer. Boy, Alexei just really loves playing in this building. Garrett Van Wy in pursuit of the puck, picks it up behind the IceRays net, takes a tumble there. Brad Liliev ran him into the corner glass. He's all right. Gilraith gave it out to the right wing side. It's Ben Lown. Van Wy ailing a little bit back to the Wildcats bench. Lown gains the line, gains some space, gives it to Litviak. He holds and shoots, blocked. Again, the IceRays really doing a good job of getting into the slot and getting into those shooting lanes. Gilraith feeds Yeager over the line. Yeager hangs on right side, put it to Lown at the goal mouth, and he couldn't tuck it past the goaltender, Dryden McKay. Here comes Colton Meekoff leading the rush back the other way with some of his teammates changing, half of them changing. Regan Kavanaugh goes down in behind the Wildcats net. Lown turns with it, tries to pivot away from Mason Kruger. Kruger will deal it on back, and the IceRays are right back in the attacking zone. Hines in his own corner, gave it across to Gilraith. Gilraith for Ben Lown. Lown with a good cross-ice pass. It's Matt Hines leading the rush. He's a outnumbered 1-on-5. His teammates are all changing. Hines with a good finish check there, killing some time, waiting for some help. Burnett tries to keep the puck alive left point. He does temporarily, but the Rays are right back out to center. It's Mike Bevilacqua firing one on target from 100 feet out. Routine glove save by Kapellmeister. I think he wanted to play that puck, but he didn't see a good opportunity there as we head to our first third period media timeout.
It's time for the Whataburger Minute of Madness. What says you want some free Whataburger? You gotta be loud. It's the Minute of Madness. That's nothing. We gotta hear it.
Are any words necessary? Poikla wins the defensive zone draw cleanly. Burnett gets it ahead too far for Van Wy. Here's Brady Crabtree, the former Amarillo Bull, sets up Brendan Miller nicely across the Wildcats blue line. Backhand shot, stick save by Kapellmeister. Now it's Alexei Poikla clearing out to neutral ice. Tucker Bender in pursuit. Ryan Burnett beats him to it.
Oh, wow.
Burnett cuts into the slot, tries to fire a bouncing puck. It flutters just wide of the goal. What speed there by Ryan Burnett. Albrecht picks it up, bombs open in the slot, couldn't get it to him. He was outnumbered 2-1 in the corner, and Albrecht couldn't get it back to Sipus either as the puck is chopped back out to center ice. Jeff Baum gains the red line before dumping it into the opposite corner and then going to the left point position. The IceRays have just cleared the puck out to center and beyond. Rounds in pursuit. This will be an easy icing call against Corpus Christi. Off that speed by Ryan Burnett to create a pretty good chance for himself. 1-on-2, beat both IceRays defenders to it. Couldn't settle down the bouncing puck, did not have enough time, but still to create something out of nothing there, that was pretty impressive.
We've seen Bernadette before this year, I think, with his speed, create his own opportunities like that.
And no icing this time as Rounds is finished off in behind the Wildcats net. Here comes Trent Dillinger. Dillinger leading the rush, gave it to the left side for Albrecht. Albrecht brings it down the half boards, will give it back to Rounds. Long shot, partially hit the glove of McKay. Russell gave it away from the right point, and the Rays are right back in the Wildcat zone. It is Brad Power picking up possession, wheeling it in deep in behind the Wildcats net. Nick Rosa tries to push it out to Albrecht, and he did, and the puck is fired off the skates of Keenan Spillum and down the ice. Dozen minutes remain now in period 3. It's a 2-1 hockey game in favor of the IceRays as Trevor Huser gives it to Tucker Bender. Puck is dumped in behind the Wildcats net. Cody Lichtenvoort takes over at center. He will dump it back in. Kapellmeister's got it once more. Noah Gilraith for Matt Hines. Adam Goodsir gets it from Hines now. Goodsir through center. Good dish pass for Poikla left side. Put it back in front, redirected every which way. Poikla thought it was in the net. The goaltender, Dryden McKay, was run into and pushed down. Some of the IceRays players not liking what unfolded just now. In fact, Austin Beaulieu is going at it a little bit with Colton Meekoff over there. I don't think Beaulieu wants to fight, but Meekoff has him wrapped up. Beaulieu's trying to get free, now he finally does. Austin Beaulieu, the second leading scorer on the Wildcats this season, the second leading scorer on the Wildcats last season. In a 2-1 game in which the Cats are trailing, he's not the guy you want unavailable. And it will be Matt Hines instead who will be unavailable for the Wildcats. Colton Meekoff as well for his altercation with Austin Beaulieu.
Meekoff and Heinze going at it in the box a bit. I got to imagine Heinze saying some funny stuff.
Matt Hines stirring the pot a little bit just now with his parents, Chuck and Darla, both watching on fasthockey.com.
Me and Cappy try to teach Heinze some chirps, so I hope he's using the ones we taught him down there.
Oh, he only knows the ones you guys have taught him, is that right?
I think so.
Adam Goodsir's line is back out there. It's interesting. We see Alexei Poikala on the ice instead of Andre Paisan on that left wing. Alexei Poikala is certainly more of a center. I've actually never seen him play the wing position. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with Paisan.
I don't see Paisan on the bench.
We haven't seen him all period.
He wasn't feeling well in between periods. I know that. He fought through it in the second period. Huh? He threw up in between periods, Cronin just said so.
Goodness. Hopefully Paisan is okay. And who better to replace him than Alexei Poikala? They're best friends off the ice, are they not?
We call them the twins.
They're
the exact same
that's
person.
Right. They look pretty similar. They're both Scandinavian players. Here come the IceRays. It's Mason Kruger gaining the line, dropping it off for a quick shot by Lindsay that's turned aside by Kapellmaster's blocker.
Oh,
now,
he dove there.
Baum will kick it out. That he did. Beaulieu will clear. And Zalkman pointing to the Wildcats bench. Fasani looks like wants to call Drake Lindsay for a dive. I don't know if that will come to fruition. Lindsay's smiling all the way to the IceRays bench and taking a few words from the Wildcats players. Nathan Breyer against Adam Goodsir. Breyer wins it. Chopped in deep by Mike Bevilacqua. Goodsir battling for the puck. Beaulieu fell over Bevilacqua. That's Lichtenvoort, rather. It's wedged free down there. Jarred loose and given right to the right point for Huser, whose drive went off the elbow of the net. And look out, that's going to be a souvenir for a fan up in section 117.
I think it hit a fan right in the head.
Did it?
That kid in the red shirt right there. You see him?
I see him, yep. Hopefully he's okay.
He doesn't look too good.
He's got his head bent down now, and it looks like some people are giving him some attention over there. Best for him and for Andre, of course. Miller goes down, courtesy of Michael Rounds. Sipis pushes it ahead. Litviak gets the return from Lown, who's a bit beyond his reach. Litviak goes into the left corner in the Corpus zone to play the puck. We're approaching the halfway point of period 3. It's still a 2-1 game in favor of the IceRays, though the shots are even at 32 apiece. Sipis holds the puck along the left half boards and tries to play it in deep. Taken away by the Rays, who clear back out to center. It is Brady Crabtree against Rounds. Crabtree's shot from the high slot is gloved easily by Kapellmaster.
I think this line's got a tying goal in them. Van Wy, Burnett, and Poikala. I think they've looked good all night.
Poikala now being double shifted, and deservedly so. He loves playing in this building. I was saying during the intermission report last time he played in this building, I believe he had a 4-point night back on October 9th. Last night, of course, with a 2-point night. Tonight, he's got the lone Wildcats goal. If there's any favorite, he's also being double shifted, as was mentioned. So if there's any favorite to score the next goal, it's probably got to be him. Burnett with some good back checking, gave it back to Noah Gilraith. And Poikala went down there. It was a collision between he and Toby Kircher as a shot is punched away by Dryden McKay.
I don't think they saw each other there.
Brad Liliav with a shot, missed wide at far side. Ryan Burnett at center with a backhand pass, chipped further there by Kircher. Batted down by Poikala, runs into Liliav. Poikala couldn't jam it past Liliav.
Rourke.
Rourke getting into it now, Rourke Russell. Here's Gilraith. His pass missing Albrecht. It bounces off the sideboards and all the way down. No icing here. 9 minutes remain in period 3, 2-1 at Corpus Christi here at the American Bank Center. The Rays work the puck back out to center ice. Carter Johnson had his pocket picked by Nick Rosa. Here comes Austin Albrecht, the Cats' leading scorer. Some friendly fire between him and Rosa. Loose stick is down there on the ice. It belongs to Albrecht. Now Baum in pursuit of the puck. Picks it up in behind his own net. Baum puts on the brakes. He has a look. He's got Rounds on the left side and finds him with a pass. Rounds breaks it out for Trent Dillinger takes a hit to make a play from Tucker Bender. 8.5 to go now in period 3. Brendan Miller pursuing the loose puck. Gets it behind the Wildcats net. Miller tries to slip it past Kapelmaster's pads. No luck. He had the wickets shut and the paddle down. Dillinger trickles the puck into the opposite corner before going to the bench for a line change. Sipus back in control in his own zone. Overskates the puck, then recovers and backhands it in the direction of Adam Goodser in front of the player benches. Now Kapelmaster will steer the puck into the corner after it was dumped on target. Bolio's got it at the right side. Bolio's pass picked off by the other number 18, Stevie Bryant. Goodser intercepting now and setting up Burnett across the line. Offside was Bolio, so the whistle blows. 7:48 to go in period 3. The Wildcats have been tamed a little bit of late, it seems like, by the IceRays. The shots are even at 33 apiece. The Rays still protect a 2-1 lead. This is not what we expected from this series. We expected the games to be a little bit higher scoring than this. Both games have been very tight from start to finish.
I think after we put up 6 2 games in a row against Corpus at home, they wanted to tighten up their defense a bit. That's what I've seen this period. They haven't allowed many scoring chances from us.
Without question, they have tightened up their defense and then some against one of the highest scoring teams in the entire North American Hockey League. You've got to give them credit. Actually, in 3 consecutive games, the IceRays have scored the first goal. Gilraith passed it off his own teammate's skate. It was Eric Yeagers. Gilraith's got to recover now. Ties up Carter Johnson along the corner boards. Puck comes loose. Finally, Yeager still working for it in the scrum down there. He knocks it free. Now here he comes. Eric Yeager's got Litviak with him. Put it over the line for him. And an offside whistle.
Close call there.
Is called. That was close, but offside is the call. We go to our second third period media timeout.
Gotta feel bad for Python right now. Not feeling well. We got a long 9-hour bus ride home.
Never the best time to be sick. Remember you saying with Jeff Baum's injury last season, he had to take the 8-hour bus ride home with a broken ankle.
Yeah, he had Townsend's 3-seater in the back there. And Towns actually had to hesitate to give it to him. Towns loved that 3-seater.
Jake Townsend, tremendous goal-scoring defenseman last season for the Wildcats, now playing Division I college hockey at the University of Massachusetts, UMass Lowell, I believe. As Rounds with a nice head fake gets past Kruger. Pass was hotly off the stick of Ryan Burnett. Here's Poikala. Good steal again by Kruger. Kruger with a blast blocked by Michael Rounds. Do you think the double shifting of Alexei might start to cause a bit of fatigue in his game?
Alexei is probably in the best shape on our team by far. The kid rides the bike for an hour after practice every day. I don't know how he does it. I think he'll be fine. He gets better as the game goes on.
Here he goes down the left side, pushes it free and behind the IceRays net. Van Wy picks up the loose puck down there. It's given away as Bender spins with it. Good steal by Poikala, but he lost it in between his skates, and Bender recovers, slaps it off the glass and past Sipus all the way down the ice. This one goes past the goal line, but no icing. Baum will blast it around the corner boards. Litviak waiting for it, fresh off the bench from a line change. He's got a 3-on-2. Gets the return from Lown, takes the shot, stick save by McKay. Puck bounces in behind the IceRays goal. Bolio has it. Litviak now, side of the net, tried to stuff it in from a severe angle, and McKay had the paddle down, making the stop. We're at 5.5 minutes remaining in period 3. It's still a 2-1 hockey game. It has been now for longer than 20 minutes. Baum tries to settle the puck down. Dangerous play as McGlynn was right behind him and nearly capitalized on a turnover there. Baum goes behind his own net. It's Dementis Cypus. They've been defensive partners for quite a while now. As Bolio crisscrosses with Goodsir, he's caught offside, clearly, as the whistle blows, and he again gets into it there with Cody Lichtenvoort. Nick Rosa, Austin Albrecht, Trent Dillinger, Matt Hines, and Noah Gilraith on the ice for this neutral zone draw. The Cats win it. Hines at the red line will dump it in. Goes around the corner boards. Dillinger tries to get it free off of Liliav's skate. It's pried loose and sent into neutral ice. Puck dumped on target from 100 feet out. Kappelmaster will waddle the puck along the corner boards. Albrecht trying to clear. Power would not let him do so. On the second opportunity, however, Albrecht gets it out to center. Lichtenvoort will slap it back out that way. Gilraith trying to spring Dillinger or Rosa. The pass was between both of them. As a result, the IceRays take it away and fire it back in behind the Wildcats net. Hines up the boards for Gilraith. Chipped it ahead a bit too far for Dillinger. Slapped on goal from neutral ice by Mason Kruger. Litviak with a soft touch on that pass. Gave it away to Kruger and then lifted him a good 5 or 10 feet in the air with his hips, it looks like, or his back. As a long shot from the blue line from Kavanaugh was off target. Matt Hines with 4:10 to go in the period. Springs Ben Lown now through center. Swapping with Litviak. Litviak sets up shot behind the goal. Regan Kavanaugh chips it down the ice. This will go all the way down, but no icing here as Rounds beats the puck to the goal line. Rounds' pass went off an IceRays stick. Now it pops in the air. Yeager picks it up and gives it off to Ben Lown. Lown will have no choice but to push it back to his fellow Miami of Ohio commit Rourke Russell. One-handed further up the boards. There he goes. Ben Lown with Nikita Litviak joining him on the right side. Gets the return. Nice pass from Litviak to Lown at the goal line trying to make something happen. He had Yeager out in front, but the pass was intercepted. Meanwhile, Tucker Bender, Trevor Huser rather will dump the puck in. 3:22 to go now in period 3. The Wildcats still trail the IceRays by 1. It's 2-1, and it has been ever since early in the second period. Michael Rounds weaving through center, deliberately gives it off to Alexei Poikala. Good deke move, gets around one, shoots past another, and it's swallowed up by Dryden McKay.
Great patience there by Poix.
The Poikala line again generating some offense here, it looks like, or at least some offensive chances. Alexei Poikala, Garrett Van Wy, and Ryan Burnett. I'm not sure there's a faster line in the entire North American Hockey League. Without a question, the two fastest players on the Wildcats, each on this line. As far as Poikala is concerned, maybe not as quick high end or north-south as the two of them, but probably one of the most durable skaters on the team, as well conditioned as Laz pointed out earlier as anyone on the team as well. Poikala trying to win the puck there from Bender. No luck. It's pushed up to Bevilacqua, or McGlynn rather, and he will clear off the half boards and down. Cypus banks it off the sideboards in the neutral zone. Pushed further there by Brad Power. Comes together with Cypus. Cypus will slap it back down the ice, and what have we here? This will be an icing against the Wildcats as Cypus cleared it down the ice. 2.5 to go here in period 3 at the American Bank Center. The Wildcats find themselves trailing by a 2-1 score. 36 shots apiece. It's been a very high shooting game.
Might see a timeout here from Coach John.
Lots of shots, not a lot of goals, just 3. 3 goals and 72 shots. Do you think the goaltending has been on point tonight?
Oh, it's been unbelievable. Both sides. This time of year, it's gonna be more like 2-1 and 3-2 games, not like the big blowout games we're used to. That's why this time of year is the most exciting.
Montes Cypus takes over behind his own net. Pushes the puck to the opposing blue line. Burnett trying to muddle things up between Bevilacqua and Huser. Played it off the stick hotly of Brad Liliev, who was playing in his 200th North American Hockey League game tonight. Excuse me, his 200th game. That's correct. His 200th North American Hockey League game. His 132nd with the Corpus Christi IceRays. He's had a very long career in the North American Hockey League. Has Brad Liliev. Goodser sets up Bolio for a shot. Fought off. Rebound. McKay didn't know where it was. Some of the Wildcats celebrating. The whistle had already blown. Another big stop by McKay. Despite being unbeknownst to its whereabouts, he made the save. You called it, Laz. It looks like there's going to be a timeout taken by Coach LaFontaine of the Wildcats. And what's being said down there?
I mean, I got to imagine just put as much pressure on McKay as we can. I mean, there's not much else we can do besides get guys to the net and get pucks to the net.
36 saves on 37 shots. Alexei Poikala, the only man to have beaten McKay tonight. We'll see if he's sent out there. I believe he will be undoubtedly at some point. And right now the timeout clock has taken over the score clock, so I'm not sure exactly how much time is remaining, but I believe we're within 2 minutes remaining.
I wonder if Coach John will pull Cappy now or wait till we get possession.
We'll see. I don't think Kappelmaster was aware either based on the signals he was giving to the bench. The Wildcats do have an offensive zone face-off upcoming. I think now would be as good a time as any. Kappelmaster is on the bench. His helmet is off. It looks like the Wildcats will go with 6 attackers. Austin Beaulieu, Adam Goodser, Nikita Litviak, Austin Albrecht, Jeff Baum, and Noah Gilraith will be the 6-on-5 specialists for John LaFontaine and the Wildcats. 4 forwards, 2 defensemen. 2 defensemen who also love manning the point on the power plays. They both got great shots. They both know how to get their shots through traffic and on target. We'll see if the puck ends up being cycled back in their direction. Goodser loses the offensive zone draw. Gilraith holds it in, left point, long shot, easy stick save by McKay. Litviak, meanwhile, back to the right point. Baum sets up Gilraith. Gilraith takes in, he shoots, and that one is blocked by a couple of skates out in front. Baum pinches, loose puck rattles out to center. Austin Albrecht back on it with 90 seconds to go in the period. The Wildcats down by 1. 6 attackers on the ice. Austin Albrecht carries in, quick shot, glove save by McKay. Same 6 attackers remain on the ice. IceRays win another draw. Tucker Bender has the puck, trying to eat some time up in the corner there. 3 Wildcats prying away for that loose puck. Goodser, Litviak, or Albrecht rather, and Bolio. Puck rattles free. Albrecht trying to get it to Goodser with an opening. Goodser back to the left point. Gilraith, Baum, one-time shot, missed the net high. Bounces to the half boards. Albrecht put it in deep. It's Bolio centering for Baum. He shoots, missed high again. Baum picks it up. In the corner, Baum looks. Calmly gives it to Litviak, top of the ring. Gilraith holds and fires, stopped, rebound, loose, and pushed wide of the goal. Delayed penalty upcoming. Zalkman's arm is in the air. We'll see. I believe this will be against the Wildcats based on the body language of Jeff Baum.
I think they're calling it on Nikita, but I think Nikita got pushed into McKay.
Nikita Litviak for goaltender interference.
I don't like that call at all.
Especially in this stage of the game, in these circumstances, with the Wildcats trailing it by 1, putting on all kinds of pressure, and just like that.
It looked like we were going to get one too.
It certainly did. Jeff Baum with a glorious chance in the slot. Just put the puck high over the crossbar. And that's the problem when you're going up against a hot goaltender like this. Sometimes as a shooter, you try to be a little bit too fine with your shot. You try to cut it a little bit too sharp, and you just miss the net high.
Sometimes the best shots are when you don't even think about it. Just throw it at the net. Close your eyes and shoot.
Well, we'll see if I believe Kappelmaster will still make his way to the Wildcats bench. It'll be 5-on-5 now as Garrett Van Wy gains the blue line onside. Gilraith in pursuit of the puck, takes Trevor Huser into the boards. Gilraith battling for it with half a minute to go. Pushed around the boards. It's going to be taken by Austin Beaulieu at the corner. Bolio returns it to the goal line. Lown slapped it in front for Gilraith. Had his pocket pick there. Taken by Lown. Goal line once more. Top of the left circle. Bolio give it across. Baum holds on. Takes the shot. Redirected on goal. What a stop by McKay.
Wow.
It was tipped out in front. And a big arm save was made with the right arm of Dryden McKay. Not sure he even saw that. But he punched out his right arm and stopped it, I believe, with his bicep. Didn't quite hit his blocker.
That's playing pool on his phone. 14 seconds left in the 2-1 game.
Quarter of a minute remains in this game. The Wildcats trail by 1. They've got a 5-on-5 with Nikita Litviak in the penalty box. Alexei Poikala, no surprise, is on the ice. He's going to take this face-off. He's got Austin Bolio to his left, Ben Lown and Jeff Baum to his right. Noah Gilraith lines up in the high slot near the Dairy Queen logo. And looks like John Buchanan is using his only timeout. The Corpus Christi head coach is calling his troops to the IceRays bench. You're looking at Dryden McKay on your screen for you fast hockey viewers. A native of Downers Grove, Illinois, 6'1", 183 pounds, a very young goaltender, just 18 years old, a .915 save percentage and a 2.58 goals against average this season. Tonight, an even more impressive resume, 40 of 41 on the night for Dryden McKay. The only player to have scored a goal against him tonight has been Alexei Poikala, and we'll be seeing him for the final 15 seconds of this game try to score another, with his team needing his services now more than ever. The Wildcats are down a man, but they will remain 5-on-5 because the net on the left side of your screen will be empty. This is the ultimate desperation attempt to get this game tied. All the big guns even on the ice for Corpus Christi. Brad Liliev, one of their co-captains, their leading assist man and their leading point scorers. Drake Lindsay and Carter Johnson, respectively, also on the ice. Austin Bolio and Austin Albrecht, Adam Goodsir, Ben Lown, and Noah Gilraith. So no Alexei on this shift.
Big face-off here.
Adam Goodsir will dig in against Carter Johnson. He wins the draw. Push back to Gilraith. He keeps it alive. Slaps it into the left corner. Drake Lindsay will try to clear. He's just going to eat out, or try to eat out the rest of this clock. Albrecht prying away. Finally comes loose. Lown trying to get it loose. Back to Gilraith. Time is going to run out. Ladies and gentlemen, the Corpus Christi IceRays have finally defeated the Wichita Falls Wildcats. It took them 8 tries to do it, but they have finally slain the dragon. They are 1-7 against the Wichita Falls Wildcats. The Wildcats dropped to 7-1, and their 6-game winning streak has been snapped on the road here in Corpus Christi.
Good hard-fought effort, though, by the team. They battled the whole way to the final whistle after a rough start again. That's the big thing. The first 5 minutes, like I said, it's going to tell the story about the game. It's hard to play when you're down 2-0, but we did a good job battling all night.
Absolutely, and it is hard to play in this venue, in this environment. You should see it out here, folks. It is absolutely beautiful coming down here to play hockey. Really, hockey's probably the last thing on somebody's mind coming to Corpus Christi. It's difficult with the distractions outside of the rink. It is difficult, again, playing back-to-back nights in a building like this when the energy in the crowd is all against you. Despite all the adversity they face, the Wildcats really put on quite a show here tonight. They battled as hard as they possibly could, but they just ran into an extremely hot goaltender. And you got to give their defense credit, the Corpus Christi defense credit, keeping most of the shots this weekend to the outside, making sure their goaltender, Dryden McKay, had a chance to make the saves. And if he did have a chance, he made the stop. 40 stops tonight. Dryden McKay is undoubtedly tonight's Kona Ice first star of the game. We're going to step aside, folks, take a short break here from the American Bank Center. When we come back, we'll break down this game for you in greater detail, give you one last out-of-town scoreboard update, and let you be on your way and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay tuned, folks. All right, welcome back, folks. To those of you viewing on Fast Hockey, that is the first star of tonight's game, the Kona Ice first star of tonight's game, Dryden McKay, the goaltender for Corpus Christi. He's now being interviewed by the public address announcer here at the American Bank Center, Jim Carl. A 40-save night for the Downers Grove, Illinois native. What a game, what a series by Dryden McKay. He probably deserved 2 victories, but he's given one, a very well-deserved victory tonight for Dryden McKay. The Wildcats fall just short. They are defeated for the first time in the season series by the Corpus Christi IceRays. They fall to 7-1-0 against Corpus Christi this season, and their 6-game winning streak has just been snapped tonight here at the American Bank Center. And Laz, going back on this 8-hour bus ride back to Wichita Falls, what are some of the things the Wildcats can take from this series?
You know, it's going to be a bummer. It always sucks when you lose on a Saturday night and you got to drive home. But, you know, I think we'll learn from it. I think we see him 4 more times this year.
We do.
So I think this will be in the back of our minds, and I think we're trying to eliminate them from making the playoffs. So the next 4 games should be a pretty tight battle.
And of the next 8 games, half of them, as you mentioned, will be against this team. 4 of the next 8 against Corpus Christi. We've got 2 against Topeka. We've got 2 against Amarillo. But the Wildcats will become very familiar with the Corpus Christi IceRays over the next few days. Without question, there's still a very good chance that they will play one another in the first round of the Robertson Cup playoffs. It depends on how well the Wildcats do. If they really take it to the IceRays and eliminate them, it will be the Odessa Jackalopes in all likelihood the Wildcats will be matched up with in the first round. If they stand on their heels a little bit and let the Rays take a few points, then it's likely the Rays will be their first opponent in the first round of the Robertson Cup playoffs. But it's all speculation at this point. We'll see what unfolds in a very hectic South Division. I'd like to thank everybody on FastHockey.com and on YouTube for tuning in and joining us on the broadcast this weekend. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast in spite of the outcome. Once again, the final score here at the American Bank Center, Corpus Christi with 2, Wichita Falls with 1. On behalf of Johnny Lazarus, I'm Alex Von Coitel, thanking you for joining in this weekend, and we're going to be seeing you back in Wichita Falls very shortly. We've got a long bus ride home, hoping to get home safely and soundly as we get ready to pack the bus and head home back up to northern Texas. We'll see you all in a few days. So long, everybody.